Alright.
Alright. There we go, Captain. We in this bitch.
Here we go. The final hit.
Performing for you. If you know the guns, you can shoot them too. Put your hands together if you wanna spurt. This coconut gun can make you smile. DK. Coconut gun.
The leader of the bunch. You know her
This
well.
coconut gun
It's me.
finally back
I'm
to
Noel.
kick some tail.
His coconut gun.
It's bigger, faster,
fires
stronger
and
too.
spurts.
It
It's
shoots,
Rossi.
yeah. It's
got
firing in spurts.
She's bigger,
And
faster,
and
and stronger too. She's the third member of the DK crew, Tiffany.
Hello.
I was really.
I didn't realize that we were doing our introductions that way because otherwise I wouldn't have sung the Siva Gunner version over it the entire time.
Well, you know what? We
Fuck
can't
it.
go back in time. Our time travel doesn't exist.
I mean,
don't know
we
who
did
you
just
take me
start, so
for.
we could start it
No,
over.
we're
Nope.
not restarting that.
I was really hoping you were gonna replace anything that had to do with DK to the Opinionated podcast.
Well, see, I'm not
Oh,
that clever.
DK, Opinionated podcast.
No. OP. Opinionated podcast.
OP. Overpowered Opinionated Podcast.
Opinionated podcast is here.
Oppressive penis is here.
Alright, so yeah, this is episode 2. I know it's like almost a year since the episode 1.
That's okay. We tried.
We tried. I also know that like 2 people that were in the first one aren't here, and that we also have someone who wasn't in the first one here. Don't question it.
It'd just be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that. We have a rotating cast of characters. Also, one of the people here is going by a different name than last time. We don't question that either, okay? Things just happen sometimes. Life comes at you fast.
Just like Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah, don't fucking mention it. God.
Shut up. I will mention it. Because you're doing things with your voice.
Yeah, so like now I can like totally have a different fucking voice, and everybody will be like, "Who the fuck is this fourth person?" And it's like, no, it's just me.
And
Hello.
I can do Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here.
Everyone do Kermit the Frog impressions.
Yes.
That's not Kermit the Frog!
I'm sorry. It's just the logical. It's just what happens if my voice devolves.
I'd rather drink milk for fun.
Oh boy!
All right, so are we gonna begin this?
Yeah, we're gonna. Alright, so
Because we've just been fucking around.
We've just been fucking around. Let's just get right into it. Our first topic of debate.
Milk
is
fucking sucks for a
milk
fun
does
drink.
not suck, okay? Alright, here's the thing, okay? These heretics came at me because I was drinking a nice tall glass of milk to refresh
Very tall.
myself.
Very tall glass. You
Doesn't
filled it to
matter.
the brim.
Tall points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that, it's like 2 balls in a ball. Alright, I was drinking a tall glass of milk.
Not almond milk, not soy
No,
milk. It
regular
was
milk.
straight dairy.
Straight from
Milk.
the cow's titty.
Not even flavored. No coffee milk, no chocolate milk, just regular old boring
And then
ass milk.
these fuckers here are like, ew, that's disgusting. So I'm making
So
a
I'm
call-
making a call-out post
post
on my
on
Twitter.com.
Yeah, they came after me, and so I'm coming after
Like,
them. And like, it's just like, milk is good. You know, milk is good.
It's not.
It
It's
is,
really
though.
Not. It's
Milk,
not.
listen, it's not that milk's
not.
bad. It's that drinking milk recreationally throughout the day is fucking hideous.
I don't drink it very often. I just sometimes like to treat myself to a nice glass of milk.
Milk is meant for cereal and breakfast. Drinking out throughout the
Listen,
day
And
because you're thirsty is
Oreos.
gross.
And Oreos.
Yes, I'll classify cookies in general.
Yes.
But
Cookies, cereal,
You can have
breakfast.
cookies and milk, and it's pretty fine.
Cookies and milk.
Hell yeah.
Cookies
Yeah,
and
dude,
milk.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes.
Nothing
Okay.
I love more than cookies and milk.
I don't know why I keep saying that. Like, someone said that to me once, years ago, and now my cursed goblin brain just, like, forever and ever will remember that.
Well, that's how it should be, honestly.
But yeah, like, listen, there's nothing wrong with drinking milk. The viewers here will attest to that. Drinking milk when you're not eating...
Listen,
This- but-
listen,
but-
when I
but-
sit
but
down
it
and I
was
watch
like-
this later, I will not attest to that.
It was like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and
And-
you were just like, "I'm gonna go get
What's
a glass
wrong
of
with
milk."
drinking milk? It's an option.
Okay,
You know, sometimes
alright, so-
you don't feel like drinking apple juice or orange juice or soda pop. You just want to drink some milk.
You get an
Alright,
opinion on
alright,
food
okay,
and drink
so-
when you eat a fucking strawberry.
Okay, shut the fuck up, coward.
Says the person who has yet to eat a strawberry.
The person who is afraid
Calling
of
you out on
strawberries.
Twitter.
This is alright. This
You're a
is a
coward.
fallacy. This is a fallacy.
This is a
It
You're
is.
bringing up
It is
an
a fallacy.
unrelated point.
It is a fallacy. Yes, it is
I
fallacious
used the word
argument.
correctly.
It is fallacious argument. Let's
It is autofellatio.
Let's-
Post on Twitter.com.
Oh my god. All right, let's bring it back. Okay, let's bring it back. Okay.
What is so? Alright,
me and
explain to
Rossi have
explain
different.
to me why drinking milk is so bad.
Okay, so me and Rossi
What-
have different
how many-
opinions
How
on
many
milk.
other people have you met that are thirsty like throughout the day and say, you know what could really quench my thirst? Milk. Just regular, boring
I don't
ass
know. Most
milk.
people don't drink milk around me.
Exactly.
I just
For
figured,
a reason.
I just figured nobody felt like asking for a glass of milk.
Milk's not even meant for humans. Regular dairy milk ain't
Alright,
meant for
but
people.
like we still drink it though.
I don't.
Well, that's
I mean,
a you
so
thing.
apparently humans have been drinking like the milk of other of the animals that we've domesticated. We've been doing that for like all of recorded history,
I
which
believe
is really interesting. I mean, like we don't know when we started because it dates back so far. It dates back to when we started domesticating animals, and that's like crazy.
I would love to see the first person who discovered milk just like get under a cow, like squeeze the titty and be like, what the?
Well,
then
well,
taste
well. The
it,
thing is,
And be like, damn, that's good. Let me sell it.
like. I mean, I see it as, you know, humans knew what milk was because the mother gives milk to the child. But like for some reason, I find it interesting that it seemed like such a let's do this thing.
Someone tried cow
Let's
milk.
put a container underneath this cow and squeeze
Alright,
the
let's
milk
be-
out.
here's the
of it.
thing.
Let's
right?
be okay. Wait, let's
Hang
be
on,
real
hang on,
here.
hang on.
The first person to drink milk didn't put a container. They just put their mouth straight up to the nipple.
No, because exactly with that. If you're gonna compare it to how mothers breastfeed their kids, someone saw a cow and said, "I can do the same thing with this."
They have nipples, therefore we can get milk from them.
If somebody just that would honestly be the craziest thing.
I wonder how many animals they went through before they settled on the cow. Like, do you think there was
Yeah.
any, like cavemen milking like
Yeah,
cat
what-
titty? Like ancient Egyptians, like just trying to milk the cat.
I
Just
feel
be
like
like, "Damn, this ain't good enough."
cats just don't produce enough
Well,
milk.
yeah, that's why we settled on
Maybe.
cows. But I mean, like, there had
They're
to
not
have
big
been a
enough.
process, you know?
Yeah,
Like, they had to have gone through several trial runs of different animals before they settled on cow milk. Or
And I
maybe
mean,
they just
even-
saw
even
the
then-
giant udders on cows and thought, okay, this thing has massive fucking nipples, therefore it's
mean-
gonna have lots of milk.
I mean, even then, like we
I like
still
that
use
logic.
goat milk and stuff for dairy products
Have you
and stuff.
seen a goat's nipple?
No,
Have you seen a cow's nipple?
well, yeah.
IRL?
Do you want to see it?
I don't think I've seen it IRL. Oh, look, okay. The point is that we still. I mean, one of my favorite cheeses uses goat milk.
Name it.
I think it's Parmesan. I think Parmesan and Romano, and I'm pretty sure those use goat milk. And that's one of my favorite. That's like my favorite cheese ever. Did you look up goat nipple? Oh my god!
Just look at dude's face.
God, I love that.
Dude's face.
Hold on, save that picture. Save that picture. We're gonna have to put that on screen. We're gonna have to put
I'm
that
gonna
on
put
screen.
it on screen.
Yeah, that's
There's
all-
just a dude's face next to like all these goat nipples. And it's just a dude. It's just his face. Why is his face with the goat nipples?
My man's hanging out. He knows what's good.
What?
All right. Oh my god.
This is like getting off track.
Yeah. All right. So clearly, Rossi and I have very different opinions about milk. My opinion is that you shouldn't be drinking cow milk. Like there are better alternatives. Cow milk is actually really bad for you. I
We've
think
had this
you should
discussion.
be.
I am on your side.
Yes. But the thing is, your argument very much hinges on like, why are you fucking drinking milk in the middle of the day just randomly?
Yes.
My argument
I
is
think
just you shouldn't be drinking cow's milk. You should be drinking like soy milk or almond milk.
But that doesn't taste as good.
I don't
Almond milk tastes
understand that.
better.
I don't
It
understand
doesn't
that.
taste
I
as good.
because
Almond milk tastes bad.
When was the
because
last
like
time you
I
had almond
am.
milk?
I've tried it many times.
When was the
I
last time?
literally spent like half of high school I spent without eating any food, any like red meat or dairy products. So I literally spent a good portion of time.
Was it the first half of high school?
Second half? Or middle half, I should say.
So what? Sophomore,
And-
junior year?
Yeah.
Oh, someone. Okay.
That's still like 4 or 5 years.
I mean, like,
Still,
We've
I
been out of high
spent
school
two.
for
I
a
spent
little
like 2 years though not eating red meat or dairy meat products.
and that's
Ergo, I spent a good portion of time drinking almond milk and coconut milk and stuff.
Okay,
I
So I think I've had enough to know that I just don't like the taste of it.
If we're gonna go
find
anywhere,
that
what
really
kind of
interesting.
milk do you like? 1, 2, or whole?
2 and whole.
I respect that.
I don't
Fuck
fuck
1%.
with. I don't fuck with 1%.
Neither
Like,
do
what's
I.
the point? Give me the other 99%.
I don't like 1% milk. I fuck
I
with
will
that.
say though.
well, like, what is the deal with that? I still don't understand the percentage thing.
I think
Fat.
9% fat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
That
whole
makes
milk
sense.
is just
Okay.
like they don't take any fat out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
rented.
whole, I find whole milk to be more creamy. It's a rare treat. Like I don't seek it out.
Don't
Whole
ever
milk
don't
is-
ever call milk a treat.
Milk is a treat though.
I-
It's like ice
okay.
cream without the sugar.
Okay, listen. First off, I hate the word treat when you use it to talk about food. When people say, if I give my dog a treat, that's fine. But if like my
I like
grandma
to
comes
treat
up to
my-
me and be like, "Oh, I
but
have some treats
treat
in the cupboard."
yourself.
No, you fucking don't.
Treat yourself.
That's fine. I'm talking about when I'm talking about food.
Eat yourself.
Like if my grandma came out to me like, "Oh, I have some treats in the cupboard." No, you fucking don't. You got snacks.
Okay,
Dude, they're
but
not
I like to
treats.
treat myself though.
That's fine.
Yeah,
In the
treat
cup-
myself to some milk. It's a nice treat.
No,
That's how you treat yourself to a treat.
no.
Listen,
No.
we're not gonna get into this discussion about.
Treat yourself to a new video
Listen,
game like
I just-
Pokemon
I
Sword and
just find-
Shield coming
I-
out.
God, that
find-
was a worse segue.
We're not
No,
segueing
yeah, no,
that way.
Anything
No, yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
from Linus Tech.
I still have more to say on the treat thing. Okay, all right. Whole milk, it's a nice treat. I don't seek it out. If I'm given to it in a restaurant, I think, all right, this is a nice, creamy, delicious drink. It's like ice cream minus the sugar, because
And the
sugar's
flavor.
really bad for you.
and the flavor.
And the
yeah,
flavor.
and the flavor, but like it has the
And
good
the texture.
It has the good milk flavor.
It's like
It's
the
like pure liquid. It's
yes.
great.
Yes, that
It
is how
tastes
liquids
good
work.
when I want a milky, delicious
I
snack.
find it really interesting
Drink.
that you like the taste of milk. Like because I don't like the taste of milk, and so I'd rather drink almond milk or soy milk because it doesn't matter to me.
See, I like the taste of milk. That's why I don't like almond milk, because I don't like the taste of that. It tastes
Interesting.
it tastes weird.
That's very interesting.
But I do like coconut milk though. But I don't like. I'm not big on drinking it so much. I will have it every now and then, but coconut milk, it is my preferable alternative milk because it's the only one that doesn't suck.
Wow, that's powerful.
I mean, listen, I spent the first episode being very opinionated.
No,
and
yeah, yeah.
forward.
No, yeah.
Would you
So
believe me if
that's
I told
where-
you it's the Opinionated podcast?
It is
I know.
the
So,
opinionated
for-
podcast.
Forgive me for being so forward when I say coconut milk is the only alternative milk that doesn't suck.
Sorry, Daddy Santa Claus, I've been naughty.
Sorry, Daddy.
Okay, I'm gonna walk home.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty.
All right.
God, I
So
don't
you-
say the word
so-
dad right now.
So what are our verdicts on the
I
milk?
don't
Because it
think
seems
we
like
really
we're all.
had any verdicts or anything. I mean, we just kind of like
we
Yeah,
all
yelled
I-
at each other about milk-related things.
I mean, sometimes that's just how it goes
we
because
all
this
just
is.
had a different controversial opinion on milk.
Yeah, and none of us really can really. I don't think we're gonna come to a consensus on this. I really don't
I'm
think
closer to you than I am Noel on the milk because
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
You
agree.
started
so. I'm
that
closer
way.
to you than Noah.
I don't. I
And-
don't
and-
necessarily agree with drinking regular milk because it's not meant for human people. But like, if you're making cookies, like, fuck it. I'm not gonna care.
Look, like
As far as just straight drinking it, I
see,
don't ever.
I disagree with the it's not meant for human people thing because it's like
It's meant for
whatever.
cows.
We already fucking use like here's the thing. We use it in baking and shit all the time, and it's like whatever. It's like we use this shit all the time, and like the question of like what the hell is for human consumption at all is like a big question because like we and a hell of a lot of things that it's like humans back in the day never fucking ate.
I mean, that's true, like ass. But, I've never felt bloated after eating brownies or like cookies. Like after drinking regular milk, I always feel fucking bloated,
Yeah.
which is a
Yeah.
common issue with human people drinking not human people milk.
Yeah. Oh shit. Gotta keep that off.
We got Tommy as a confirmed for joining us in the second half.
Oh shit!
So
Nice.
we're gonna have to figure out how to get him in.
Oh, you did say join Discord call. You said that like right now. Are we doing that right now?
Well, I mean, like, I figure we can figure out how to get him in, you know, while he's in.
All right, he's joined the voice.
All right.
So I'm trying to figure out where are we gonna where's it gonna come out?
Let's figure out how to do with him here.
Yes.
So we're gonna pause and come back. This will be a perfect time for the mandatory break, as in all opinionated. There's always a break halfway through. This is the halfway through break. I have a very controversial Pokemon opinion. I can't wait to share.
Oh boy.
I have a few opinions. I don't know.
I'll probably be arguing a lot about Pokemon tonight.
Oh, we're probably gonna be very much arguing a lot about Pokemon.
That's the goal.
Should we start off with Pokemon or start off with like a lighter subject?
Well,
we
I know nothing about Pokemon.
We did a warm up lighter section where we argued about drinking straight milk as a casual beverage.
Wait, I love milk.
Milk's all right. I hate it though. It's like I like milk. Like milk is a great tool. You can add it to things and it makes it better. But I don't like it. Ever.
I'm glad that you're on the right side of history with liking milk, because everyone around me just was shaming me for my liking and enjoyment of milk as a casual beverage, because I drink 2 tall glasses of milk at 6 p.m.
I mean, that's okay. Sometimes you just need that milk.
Sometimes you're just thirsty and want to treat yourself, you know?
I just don't see milk as a treat. I see like, and on top of that,
Stop using the word treat. Y'all are triggering me.
Milk's
not a treat.
I will always use it treat.
look, okay, I just think that milk is like dairy milk is not good for you, and you should drink almond milk or soy milk instead.
Hold on. Where is that fact?
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit out of your ass. I'm gonna be real with you.
No, like milk is really fatty, and it's
Fat's not that bad for
I
you,
know,
though.
but it's not good fat for you. It's
Hold
not
on,
good fat.
hold on, Tip.
Proven
I know
that,
plenty
like,
of
the whole
bad
fat is
fats.
bad. Like fatty foods and stuff is like just like bullshit by
No,
the sugar
like-
industry.
No, but milk is also like really like milk is, because cow's milk especially is like not, it's not very healthy for you.
Hold on, but Tip, there's that. So my parents have done, because they're Jewish, and milk is actually a very interesting thing when it comes to Judaism, because it has to be done a specific way as well in order to be kosher milk. So one of the things is pasteurized milk.
Yeah.
What they found after my dad doing a lot of research in this is that 1%, and so 1% is probably the most healthiest out of all the milk for you.
Well, 1% tastes like shit though.
Yeah, but hold on. So with skim, they take away too much of the fats and the oils that are actually really healthy for you, and that you need for bones to help. But in 2%, there's too much of it, and it can be a bit on the unhealthy side if you have too much of it. So 1% is kind of like, it's everything in moderation. It's not that milk is unhealthy. Technically, water is unhealthy for you if you drink too much of it.
I mean, like,
Try yourself if you drink.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just, that doesn't mean water itself is unhealthy. It's like, don't fucking drown yourself.
No, it's like everything in moderation has their purpose. So I would argue milk.
Just don't drink so
But in
much water.
moderation.
Is that recording?
Don't do like the
Oh,
don't do
Wait,
the
this is recording?
yeah. This is recording.
Why didn't you say anything?
Yeah.
I did.
Are you guys playing a video game while we're recording a podcast?
Playing Smash.
Playing Smash, yes.
Of course we are.
Why would we not?
Just edit out the reactions to Smash.
Or just keep it in.
Or keep it in. Who fucking cares?
It's the Opinionated podcast.
Okay, let's talk about Pokemon.
Yes.
All right, can I is it okay if I open up with my very...
Go ahead. It'll spark argument.
All right. It is in my opinion that Pokemon Sword and Shield are already the objectively best Pokemon games to ever come out.
Okay, hang on.
Objectively.
They're not out yet. You can't judge that. What do you
I can explain.
Oh my
From a
God.
mechanical
Hang on. I want to hear
Oh my
this.
God.
From a mechanical standpoint, they've only shown them there to be like improvements in quality of life.
No, this is not because no one's like.
Because you can skip the battle tutorial. There's things in the
Yeah,
Pokemon
like,
centers that let you train
the best
games and
Pokemon
change.
Mechanically,
moves
sure,
around.
whatever. Just make it the best.
Fucking, just graphically, it's already better than like the other ones.
It's 720p locked, docked. You want to talk about the
Yeah,
fucking
okay, the
graphics?
3DS had a shit resolution, boy.
Okay, yeah, but if you want to compare the new Pokemon games to literally any other AAA title, this game looks
I'm
like
talking
garbage.
about just comparing it to other Pokemon games. I'm not saying whether they're good games or bad games. I'm speaking just judging it to past Pokemon games. They are the best of them. Technically.
By the power in them
Oh,
and
boy.
some of
That's
the new
what I'm
mechanics.
getting at. They are
That's more
technically
towards
I-
the console that they're on
the best
they are
Pokemon
game.
games.
I can't
No,
agree
they're
with
not
that.
the best because they can do the most.
No, like
They're
I mean,
not-
like they have the most like improvements in best quality of life stuff and like graphically like compared to other stuff it's not that great, but compared to other Pokemon games with the 3DS is like 360p or whatever.
I'm like
it's 720p is not that great, but compared to 360p it sure as hell is better.
the 3DS is actually 240p,
240p,
which is
even worse.
Okay,
but-
that's a fair
but-
argument. That
Yes,
is
yeah,
a
like
fair
some-
argument.
that is a
Yeah,
fair
like,
point.
just
Giant
like-
leap from 240.
Technically, graphics, sure, but they're on the Switch and they're 720p locked. That's another part of the conversation.
Yeah.
So when is it gonna be undocked?
I'm just saying compared to other Pokemon games, like we're taking all other games that exist out of the equation. Like yes, it's
I don't
not
know.
that great that it's only 720p on the Switch when there are other things that are different resolutions. I agree with that, but you know, for a Pokemon game, it's like so far proven to be the best of what we have available to us.
I don't know. I mean, like here's the thing. Personally, I think that the best generation. I think
it doesn't have HMs, which is already a drawback with every game that features them. It doesn't.
No,
Yeah, but we haven't
yeah,
had
you-
HMs
for
you
how
are
many
right
This
that
is another
HMs
drawback. It doesn't have the stupid heart
Yeah,
scale
no, I
bullshit
don't-
for relearning moves. Which
Yes,
that's
these
a
are
pain and a
these
half
are great.
just-
These are great quality of life improvements. Yes, these are fantastic quality of life improvements. But I don't think that the quality of the game does not totally ride on those quality of life improvements. I think that personally, I think that Generation 5 is probably the peak of Pokemon so far. And not everybody likes Generation 5, but I think Generation 5 was definitely the peak, and then it started to go down. And I think that was because Generation 5 they introduced the most Pokemon out of any generation. They introduced 156 new Pokemon. They put a lot of effort into making a very in-depth story. They put a lot of effort into making the art style. I mean, look at how they individually animated every single Pokemon sprite for all of the Pokemon for that generation, and it was a beautiful job the way that they did it. And like Generation 5, they put so much effort in, and it was such a great game. I just can't bring myself to say that Sword and Shield is the new objective best Pokemon because it has the best. It has these great quality of life improvements, but I don't think that should make it the best Pokemon game.
Let's say there was a leak saying it's introducing, I think it's like 95, 96 new Pokemon, I believe.
Yeah, which is more than X and Y, but is less than
Black
pretty
and
much
white.
every other generation.
Yeah, but Generation 5 is also known for having like the ice cream, the garbage bag.
But like I hate those
Okay.
critiques. I hate those critiques so much
I mean,
because
I
those are
agree.
great Pokemon.
Every generation has its shitty things. I'm just saying that like there may have been a lot, but that doesn't mean that all of them are good.
Yes.
So like
Yeah.
you gotta think
But
quality
like
over quantity.
I think that the quality of the Pokemon in Generation 6 and in Generation 7 and in Generation 8, from what we've seen, I don't think that they're substantially like better than what they were doing when they had a larger quantity.
You mean Poltegeist?
What's wrong with Poltegeist?
Poltegeist is
cute.
fine. Poltegeist is fine, but Poltegeist, you can't really say like Garbodor and fuck
actually,
Vanilla
I mean, like,
without
I like both of
acknowledging Polteagat. Yeah.
I like both
I
of
know.
them. I can admit, just like Geodude. Geodude's a fucking horrible design. It's just a rock with arms.
Geodude sucks.
He is literally just a rock with arms. Pretty
Geodude
sad.
It's just a rock with arms. It's Mega Man. It's Rock Man.
Actually, you're
I did a whole video rant about this years ago.
Rockman.
I
yes.
love that video.
Yeah, that's so good.
Every generation has its shitty designs. But
Yeah.
like,
And,
they're
like, that's-
endearing in their own right.
It's not
Crabby
what I'm
is
here
just a
to.
fucking crab.
Yeah.
Magikarp is literally a carp.
I'm gonna throw Wooloo under the fucking bus.
Oh my
man's
God,
Wooloo
but
just
Wooloo
a
is
sheep.
adorable.
I
know
agree
it's
with
just
you,
a-
but
I
like
know-
I love
Oh.
Wooloo, but like
Yeah.
it's like a shitty fucking design.
Wooloo
It's
is just a
cute
sheep. Wooloo is just a sheep, but it's the cutest goddamn thing.
It
and
is
I
very
want to
cute,
protect
but it's
it.
just
But it is
literally
just
a fucking sheep.
It is just a sheep.
He's just
Yeah.
You know what Pokemon needs to stop doing though?
what?
Riding the back of Gen 1.
Oh, dude.
Oh my
They
god.
need to get over themselves
Holy
with Gen 1,
shit.
because like the amount of fucking shit.
Oh my
like
god,
get
yeah.
literally any other generation. I don't care. It could even be fucking Generation 5 for all I give a shit. If like they start making that one, because I wasn't a big fan of Generation 5.
Just fucking jerk off Charizard more, why don't you, Game Freak?
Everyone
My god.
Because
only
I
cares about
think-
Charizard.
Because I think what it shows is that they don't have confidence in any new Pokemon game without some nostalgia factor in there.
Yeah, and that's sad. That's really
Because
sad.
I want a whole new experience. Previous Pokemon, that's fine, but if you're gonna keep bringing in, the most popular starters, because I know this one's supposed to have Gen 1, I think through Gen 4 starters in it, from what I've been hearing, which is way too fucking much. I love my boy Empoleon. He's my favorite Pokemon, but I don't want him in this game.
Like, I don't
I
understand
want a whole new experience, and they need to leave starters out that aren't the main ones.
Hold on. So you want a whole new experience? I mean, that was what Generation 5 was. Black and White, they did a whole new experience. They didn't even. There were no old Pokemon in that game.
I don't.
Which is really interesting.
For me, no old Pokemon. I don't care about. I don't want old starters.
I think that's
Yeah, they
interesting.
do keep doing it.
I mean,
They're not
the
doing,
I mean,
older
the only
starters
reason
to, like,
why-
Gen 2 or 3 or something, like, but why do you keep riding on Gen 1? It's been done.
Yeah. I mean, like the only reason why they're including old starters in this game is because of the national decks. That's the only reason why there's a huge focus on that, is because they're cutting the national decks. If they weren't cutting the national decks, they wouldn't need to be like, oh, now we have to pick some starters that are actually going to be available in this game. Otherwise, they just won't be in the Pokedex. And they just won't exist in the game. And people love those starters. People love the Gen 4 starters. People love the Gen 1 starters. People love the Gen 2, 3, whatever starters. But they're not putting all of them
starters
in.
because
Yes.
it's the one you start with, and like it's with you on your whole journey through that region.
Sobble
It
Squad.
connects with you a lot. And I mean, that's the big thing. Like, I was really like...
Score Bunny.
I was really feeling like when they said that they weren't going to have all the Pokemon in this game, that made me a bit bothered, because I liked the idea of being able to bring your starters with you.
Bullshit. I should not admit you right there.
They're playing Smash.
Yeah. They're playing Smash.
Wait, now we said that already.
Yeah. I know.
I'm more like
Sorry.
I get like why people want there to be all Pokemon. I just don't think it's really necessary for there to be all of them in it, because like you realistically aren't going to use all of them. Or,
What?
and
Yes.
like there's I don't know, like fucking I was never a fan of the National Dex. I like that. I prefer National Dex being in a Pokemon Bank type situation, where in like, so you don't have to just transfer literally every single Pokemon in existence just to get an in-game certificate,
Yeah.
That's kind of like bullshit, because then you have to get a living Dex just to be able to
No, yes.
like do it, and it's such a pain in the half to transfer over and
No,
shit.
yes.
And like,
I think
if
that
you don't like have the national, I don't know.
I think Sun and Moon's approach was fine.
Fuck
The-
Sun and Moon.
I know, but I think that Sun and Moon's approach to the Pokédex was fine. Not having, so you don't have to transfer in the Pokemon to complete the. You just have the regional Pokédex, and it's just a big regional Pokédex. That's fine, but I'm less concerned about the national Dex. I'm more concerned about having all of the Pokemon able to be in the game and existing in the files, and that's like, I take issue with that just because like their first of all, their excuses, their reasonings were totally bunk. Their reasonings did not hold up at all. And given that they were literally like somebody literally took the Vaporeon model, for instance, out of Pokemon Let's Go, and took the Vaporeon model out of Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it is the exact same model, and all of the textures from either one map onto both models perfectly because they are exactly the same.
That was
But the point is that they are using the exact same models for Sword and Shield. They look identical. The models are identical.
I would hope that the same Pokemon would look the same.
No, you don't seem to understand. Because
don't
if they
look
made new models, they would look noticeably different. They do not.
I don't know about that because we've only seen.
They have lined them up, and they've lined up the animations. All the animations are exactly the same.
They've lined up stuff from videos and shit, not actually having any concrete solid models to work off of.
Once the game comes out, you are going to be eating your words because they are going to. You're going to be eating your words because once the game comes out, we're going to have a definitive proof.
You're going to be eating your goddamn foot.
And here's the thing: if the rumor is, here's the thing. Okay,
the rumor
one thing that has been heard, one thing that has been rumored is, well, maybe the Dynamax Pokemon have their own model. Maybe they did that. Maybe the Dynamax Pokemon have their own model, and that's why they had to restrict the number of Pokemon.
But not every Pokemon gets a Dynamax.
No, every Pokemon get Dynamax.
Only certain ones get specific forms.
Only certain ones get Gigantamax. But here's the thing: like, if they had to make new models for all the Dynamax forms, so here's the thing: there are two things, right? Either they didn't have to do that, and they're lying, or they did make new models. In which case they first of all don't understand that you can just blow up a model. You can just increase the size on it, and it's perfect. And there's no problem with that. Other than, like, it might look somewhat low res, but the other thing is, like, if you are trying to do that, right, and you need to make a whole new larger model,
well, Meowth doesn't have that long of a neck normally.
The model looks functionally exactly the same, and it has the same animations, and that is like, you'd have to rig it in the exact same way, and that is really, like,
maybe
I don't know.
They tried just importing the models, but there was some technical issue, and they were like, well, like, this is gonna be like so much work to fix, and it's just more cost effective to just remake the models.
But they didn't. They didn't.
How do you know they didn't?
Because all of the animations are exactly the same. Which
So,
means they're all rigged the same.
Meowth's neck is much longer.
Oh, come on, that's the Dynamax for.
I have a
That's the
personal
Gigantamax
statement.
for.
Exactly.
The-
Yeah,
We
this is a
have-
little bit more Eric.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, because you're missing a key thing.
Animation is the same.
Yeah.
Correct. However, animation and modeling systems are built off the fact of being able to reuse the same thing in very different situations, but have the same results.
Mhm.
So the way what they do is they'll create one model.
Mhm.
No, I'm dead. They'll create a model, and that model will be sculpted probably very high detail. And what they'll do is they'll take a rig, they'll rig it. Now that rig is not defined to that one character. You could have, say, 10 characters based off of one rig, and therefore the animation will look almost identical as long as the character matches up with its skin.
Yeah.
So what they could have done is they could have up-res the model by just adding more surfaces or smoothing out some sculpting.
Yeah, the old animation.
Yeah, and as long as you don't change the way that any of the actual geography.
Geography.
As long as you don't change the shape of the model, you can change.
And obviously they wouldn't have because all the Pokemon are, the same.
Yeah.
So
it's perfectly reasonable to have the same model, same animation, but just make it higher res. It's very easy to do.
So you're saying that they could have used the same exact model still and still have up-resed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's super easy to do. It's in Blender. It's one click, just to do that.
Wow.
Nothing model. It's just how the renderer views it.
Wow. Oof.
Am I allowed to
That's
share
like-
another controversial opinion?
Which is, and
oh.
they mentioned that they. I'm sorry, I literally wanted to continue
No,
on
go ahead,
because
go
there's
ahead.
one last thing with the model thing, because they mentioned back when they made the models for Pokemon X and Y that they specifically were trying to make models that they could use for the foreseeable future, and so far that has held true. They use these models on Pokemon Go. They use these models in Pokemon Masters. They use these models in pretty much everything for Pokemon. Things on the mobile phones, things on websites, things on in the games. They used it in Let's Go
Pokemon
and
Showdown?
in Sun and Moon. Showdown just like stole all the assets because they're not official. But like yeah, so they literally said like that they made and that's why the 3DS really couldn't handle them, because they were terrible at optimizing their models and didn't really and they made these models to be future proofed, and they kind of didn't down res them very well, and so the 3DS kind of died really hard when it tried to use them. I mean, just like go into a triple battle in X and Y and send out 3 Moltres against 3 Moltres, and it's a mess. It just the frame rate goes to shit.
I do be like that.
But yeah, like I don't understand like their point, their reasonings were just not sufficient when they're using the same animations, the same models, and all of those things. And they didn't improve the attack animations. They're using the exact same attack animation libraries. It just, I don't see the reason for them to do it other than maybe they have to do less testing, I guess. Like that's the only thing that I can think of.
It's just convenient.
Yeah.
What it is.
Yeah.
Like when you're creating game assets and like 3D models, the more convenient it is, the easier it is.
Yeah, honestly. And if you're doing
Yeah.
so many iterations of the same series, you're gonna get a little late point. So I don't really blame them.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm expecting the 3rd version to have all the Pokemon, and if they don't do that, I'll be actually surprised, because it seems very feasible. And the thing is, like, I see that as very deceptive, because
they're already doing like the majority
Yeah.
of Pokemon already. In,
no,
like,
we don't know that. We don't know how many Pokemon are going to be in there. We don't
There
know
was
how
a
many
leak
Pokemon
that
aren't.
said it was at least 500.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is roughly like half of what we
Yeah.
have now, which
Okay.
is
like,
which is still
that-
like
I mean,
a little bit below.
It's a bit over half. So
But
like,
here's
I mean,
the thing,
if they can do
Yeah.
that effort for like the first game, I don't see why they wouldn't like just finish off the rest of them for the 3rd iteration. Because then they also have future-proof models for all future games.
I don't think they're gonna do
I mean,
it.
it's already
more-
the same models. It's the same models.
Okay,
I don't
well,
think
then they
that-
have future-proof whatever the fuck.
When was the
that,
last
like,
time they
they're
did a 3rd
complaining
version?
about.
When was the last time they even did a 3rd version?
Well, I mean,
It
like,
was last time they did a 3rd. That was
Well, like-
well, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was
I'm
their
not
3rd
not
version.
counting
That's-
that. I-
Like
Black 2,
that's the
White
thing.
2.
Black 2,
I-
White 2, they did.
that
I don't
is
count
it's
that.
objectively a
Then it was
third
Platinum.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
I don't count it as a 3rd game though.
Look,
Because
the-
Platinum is not a sequel to Diamond and Pearl.
I mean,
That's a
Ultra,
3rd game.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon wasn't a sequel to Sun and Moon either.
Yeah,
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is an alternate version, like in Platinum.
I don't know. I don't
It's also
consider those
interesting,
3rd
though.
games.
What is that?
It's
Ultra Sun and
just
Ultra
it's
Moon
Because
just
is
what
they
we
also don't really.
it's just what we call
Ultra Sun
them.
and Ultra Moon
Even though
is
they
to
are-
Sun and Moon.
Yeah,
Eh.
yeah.
Like
I don't know.
it doesn't really change the fundamentals. It just adds in quality of life changes and like does a little bit. It adds in some new story beats and stuff. Which like that's what Diamond and Pearl.
You know-
or that's what Platinum did to Diamond and Pearl. Like it added
No.
in the ability to go back on the nav thing on the bottom. You know, because before you only had the one button.
You know, actually,
It added in
Yeah.
other stuff. It added in for story wise.
Yeah,
it added
yeah.
in the whole Giratina thing.
and the distortion
And in
world and
Ultra
stuff.
Sun and Ultra Moon, like it literally just added in quality of life stuff.
And
then
story
also,
stuff.
I mean, it's not
And
like the
also
games were that
stories.
good to begin with.
So here's,
I mean, I just find Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon should have just been Sun and Moon because like
Yeah.
the things that added and changed wasn't
functionally-
enough to be like a whole new adventure. It's like this is just Sun and Moon version 2.0.
yeah, like it could
you're
have been
better
literally
off
could have
playing-
been
If you're
nothing.
going to play any Generation 7 game, play one of those because they're the better version.
Just
of the
play the
original.
ultras.
Play
Just
the
play the
ultras.
ultras.
Skip out on the originals because it's literally the same game except they added in like little bits and pieces.
And like,
Yeah,
like,
I
here's
don't
the thing.
consider some Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon different games. They're Sun and Moon. That's what it is. It's the same game.
Yeah.
It's Sun and Moon, but like a little bit better. So if like one person
Yeah.
had to pick
It's
one,
same.
If you haven't played Sun and Moon yet, then pick up Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But if you have played Sun and Moon, it's just like
No.
it's not worth it. It's just not worth
once
it.
you played one, you played them all.
Yeah.
When I bought my 3DS, it came with a copy of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and I already own Moon, but I sold that real quick. I still don't have Ultra Moon.
No.
I sold that, and I kept my copy of Moon. Okay, but I mentioned I wanted to share a controversial statement earlier, and I'm going
Alright.
to. Both legendary Pokemons in the new game look like absolute shit.
Oh my god.
I think they both. I think they both. I think the designs are beyond fucking lazy.
I
I
think
just like the
One of them's-
doggo hold the sword.
One of them's
though.
far fetched, except it's a dog.
The doggo hold the sword.
Who's actually
though.
gonna get this game at release, by the way?
What?
Who's actually gonna get this game at release, by the way? Because I don't think I am.
I am.
because I'm like hyper fan 98.
I'm like very much on the fence, but I'm like
I'm getting Shield.
I'm getting sword.
I might honestly wait until the third version.
yeah and the thing is I'm half concerned that they're gonna pull an X and Y and not release a third version.
But the thing is, even if they do, the past third versions haven't seemed all that worth it. Like you guys were talking about Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It's not a whole new game. It's
Yeah.
a few nice things
It's
added.
not worth it if
Yeah.
you've already
That's-
played the original. But I mean, like, if you do skip out on the original, it would be better off to just get the third version.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I mean it's Sun and Moon, but imagine if it had a post game.
it's Sun and Moon, but imagine if it was just a little bit better to make it better.
Okay, but like, another thing too, which I don't like about the game, the whole curry fucking thing. I think it's
I
nonsense.
think it's
that's
a nice
fine.
change of pace from like making sweets. Because like in the past, like all 3DS games, the thing is you get sweets, and like the whole thing is ever since you could feed your Pokemon, it's always been sweets or treats.
The
And
thing-
you never actually
I
feed
think-
them food.
The thing
I
is,
think
whoever
it's
has
like-
played Final Fantasy 15, the whole camping and curry shit, that is exactly what that is from.
Look, okay,
and
I think
what if it's
That's
like,
all I can think of.
There's
It
only so
reminds
much
me
you
of-
can make curry, okay?
Okay,
There's
so-
only
Yes,
so many
and
different
playing
ways to
and,
milk a
Hold on,
and
cow.
having
because-
played
no,
Persona
like-
5 recently, I've had too much with curry in my fucking video games.
Listen,
Look, okay,
it's a
I
Japanese
think
thing. What can
I
I
don't
say?
care.
look, it reminds me of
I mean,
reminds
Ross,
me
if you don't
of
like
Pokeblocks
it,
and
don't
Hang on.
do it.
What?
If you don't like it, just don't do it. Is really what it is with those things.
I'm not going to. I think it's
gonna be chef.
I think it's a waste of time that could have been spent somewhere else in the game.
But it's like Pokeblocks and Puffins from Generations 3 and 4. It's kinda like
I didn't
that.
spend any time with that.
And that's fine. You don't have to.
I'm
don't
not
have
going to, but I'm saying
I
because there's over like
intend to.
because like there's over 1,000 different fucking curry recipes, and I think they sunk way too much time into that and too
I
too
can't
many
imagine
resources.
It's very
That's
difficult
probably
to be like,
not
I don't-
actually that
do these three ingredients. You get
I
this
don't-
kind of curry.
I'm not saying it's difficult, but I'm saying
It's probably
they
like
went
you made sausage curry. You made party sausage curry.
Imagine
You
if-
made spicy sausage curry.
Imagine if the
You
reason
made
they cut
sweet sausage curry. You made savory sausage curry. It's
Ima-
probably stuff like that.
No,
where it's just like the
imagine-
same
hold-
thing, but like a minor
hold on.
difference.
but like they
Imagine
went
if-
in on
hold
it, and they
on,
could have
no,
done like 300 or 400 and sunk the
It's
the
just you.
extra time into somewhere else, maybe making the game not look like it was meant to be played on the
It's just you.
PlayStation 1.
But like, just imagine if they
No.
cut the national Pokedex for the Curry Dex. Imagine if that was what the decision
Oh
was.
I
no.
want to know
Put
who's
it on the cover. Okay, fellas, what do? Would you rather have every Pokemon that people love, or you can make
a
a
curry
thousand
dex.
curries, and we slowly work towards our goal of just making the game just about cooking.
Cooking
Eventually,
Mama.
it's Pokemon
Curry
Cooking
Mom.
Mama.
Currymon.
I want to know who's gonna hold the world record for fastest curry dex.
Dude, that's gonna be
Curry
a speed,
Mon's
that's gonna be a
gun.
speed
I
run
feel-
category.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and-
god.
Curry percent.
Fucking Curry Dex.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's gonna be almost as good as
Oh
nipple
my
percent
God.
in Super
Oh
Mario
my
Odyssey.
God. Okay, I can't. I
Oh
fucking
my
love
god.
like joke speedruns, and if nobody does it, I swear to God, I will
Please
I
do
will
it.
curry percent.
Please do Curry percent.
I'll probably
Oh
keep
my
it
god.
easy. Curry percent will just be making curry the fastest, like from game start to making curry. Because that's what nipple percent.
We need-
just like
yeah,
game start to nipple
We
shown.
we
And
need,
then there's
oh my God,
100%
though.
curry percent, 100%.
But the thing is, with the curry, there's not going to be certain recipes you can get until super late in the game.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play through the whole game to get 100%.
There's probably
going to
be post-game
and
curry
we
too.
need that.
Have you
We
seen
need
how
that
long
shit.
the speed runs for?
We need that speed run.
Have you seen how long the speed runs for DK64 100% is?
Is it a couple days?
It's obnoxiously long. There's a reason why that dude did a live stream of trying to 100% it for
But
carry.
I mean, to be fair, like H-Bomber guy wasn't an actual speedrunner.
I know, but still, like that's the reason why he did that category.
Yeah.
Because it's notorious for being super
It's just
fucking long.
it's just a long let's play.
Rip.
It's just a let's play that's slightly fast.
A fast play?
Yeah.
yeah.
A
It's
jogging.
like those YouTube videos that are just called long plays, and it's just like, hey, here's a 3-hour video of somebody just playing this game, and there's no commentary.
Oh,
it's
you
just a
Star Wars
video.
Force Unleashed 2? the
Force
final
Unleashed
video?
episode 4. But there's commentary with that.
Yeah, but it's not edited. Remember, it's just 2 hours.
Oh yeah, it's just 2 hours of straight footage, straight raw footage just uploaded. That
my
game
God.
paced quality on there.
Hell
I don't know.
yeah,
I'm
of
probably
course.
gonna get it. I'll try and either stream it or record it. The new Pokemon game.
Or both.
I am excited for it. It looks good. It has things that excite me. There are things, obviously with everyone, it's a pretty controversial game that not everyone necessarily likes about it.
I'm upset that
You've been upset about everything with this
like,
game. I really hate to tell you.
I'm so upset just because like I want to like it. I want to be excited about this game. It's just like every 5 seconds I'm just feeling more and more like
It's the new
disappointed.
It definitely didn't start strong. I think it's picked itself up a little bit.
It's very hard for me because for instance I love Galarian Ponyta. I love the design. I love it so much, and I really like it. But like
tattooed on you.
No, I'm not gonna get a tattoo. I don't get tattoos.
Why not?
Because I don't like I just don't like tattoos. I don't know. And it's nothing like against people who have tattoos. It's just I don't want a tattoo. Maybe someday. I don't know. But that's not what this is about. Galarian Ponyta. I'm like fucking. I don't know. Like
You have a problem with
I
version
don't know.
exclusives.
I like a Galarian Ponyta, but like I don't want to. That alone isn't gonna make me buy the game. There are
Is it
some
because it
there are
looks
some
like that
Pokemon
wall over
that-
there?
No, I fucking love Galarian Ponyta.
Is it
It has
because
nothing to do with
it's like-
Galarian Ponyta. It is literally all of the other things about the
You
game.
loving Galarian Ponyta has nothing to do with Galarian Ponyta?
No, me loving Galarian Ponyta has nothing to do with. Galarian Ponyta has nothing to do with why I'm not gonna get the game. It's just it's making me conflicted because there are Pokemon designs that I really like about this new game, and there are also some great changes that I think they're making to this game. I mean, you mentioned all the quality of life improvements. That sounds fantastic. And then there's also like the huge change to the gyms. Like I don't know, just like
The major and the
the
minor
mentioning
leagues.
of the major and minor league thing. Like I'm very interested in seeing what they're gonna do with that. Because it sounds like they said like between the two games it's going to be 18 gyms in total. And the
You know what
question
I
is
actually
like,
kind of despise? That exact thing. I don't like that if I buy one game, I won't get to experience the gym of the other one.
yeah.
So we don't.
So it's,
no one
we don't
knows
totally
the
know
amount
exactly
of,
how it's. We don't totally know exactly how that's going to work out, but it seems like there will probably be more gyms than 8 in a single game, but that like it might only be like maybe like 10 or like 12. But it's like
Well, if you
some of them
take
will be in the
18 and
minor
divide
league,
it
some
by
of them will
two,
be in the
it's
major league,
9.
and there will be like some of those gyms will be version exclusive though, and I agree, That's like I don't like that. I don't like the fact that there are version exclusive gyms, but I
Well,
think
the
it's
thing-
kind of nice.
I'd rather
It's
they just do that.
Well, one
I
thing,
think it's interesting in some
one thing
aspects.
I've heard that they're doing with some of the gyms is
know.
in one game there will be a gym that's in the minor league
Yeah.
and not in the major league, and then the other game that gym will be in the major league, not in the minor league. Which I think is kind of cool.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that I actually like that. That's actually
And
cool.
in like the whole thing with like, oh, I want to experience this in one game. Every game has something where it's not in that version; it's in the other one.
Yeah,
Like in
and
fucking
whether
Black
it's-
2 and White 2, there was like one of the cities was like
There was
fucking-
one location that was exclusive.
Yeah, like there was
Black
one where it
Black
was like,
City and White Forest.
Yeah,
So
it's like, yeah.
and the 8th gym town, Opaloosid. It was like a futuristic town in Pokemon Black and like an old like ancient looking town in Pokemon White. And like like there are like those kinds. I think that's fine having like those version exclusive things because like I don't think that it's that. So long as you feel like you're getting a full Pokemon game out of it, I don't think that it's necessarily that big of a deal. I can understand feeling left out of the changes in the things in the other version that you didn't get to experience. Yeah, I get that. And I think that there would probably be like room to say like, well, I think that that X version is better than such and such a version. I can't even say X version as a variable because there is a fucking Pokemon X version. But it's like there is room to be like, oh, I think Sword is better than Shield in terms of the way that it lays out its gyms, and I like the gyms in that better than Shield. And not knowing like what gyms are in which game at this point in time is like a bit like, yeah, you'd probably have to like
Yeah, but when you got black
roll
and
the
white,
dice a little bit.
but
huh?
when you got black and white, did you know that there would be version exclusive areas?
I had heard about Opaloosid City's gimmick, but I hadn't heard about White
Black
Forest and
City.
White City. And I mean,
And
like,
was that cool when you found that out?
I thought it was pretty neat, honestly.
So then what's the
I
problem
actually
this time around?
I don't really have that much of a problem with it. I think it's just that Black City and White Forest. Oh yeah, and also Black and White also had different 8 gym leaders. The 8th gym leader was different in both games.
Okay. I
Which,
never played those.
Which I think is, I mean, that's interesting. I'll admit, I did feel a little bit left out. I thought that was like weird that like I want to fight the other trainer. I don't want them to just be like a standby NPC in my version. I want to actually be able to fight them like how the other person got to fight them.
And you know what that is?
What?
That's Nintendo's way of getting you to buy both
Yeah,
games, that way
yeah.
you can have the full experience, or
Yeah.
switch games with someone you know.
It is that is the tactic.
Kinda shitty.
And I gotta say, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but like I do think that it is a neat thing. It does, in some ways it's neat, and in some ways it's exploitative. I don't know. So like I can't really disagree with you, Tommy, but I also can't like. I also think that in some ways it is kind of neat. That everybody that people will have different experiences depending on which version they pick. I think it is a little neat, even if it is a little bit scummy.
I can understand that, and I can appreciate that because they've done that for a long time. I just wish they didn't have to put gyms into it.
Yeah,
That's true.
fair. That's fair.
Oh no, I'm still excited for the game. So despite there's been a lot of the issues that don't concern me. Like I've never been concerned about how a fucking Switch game looks because I remember being absolutely appalled with the Switch's launch.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just like I look at this game and I look at like all of my other like favorite, like I look at like Mario Odyssey and I look at Breath of the Wild and I look at
2 of which were launch titles that were 2 of the best games I've ever played. So Ross,
Yeah.
you can shut the fuck up about the Switch's launch.
yeah.
Still haven't played Breath of the Wild.
You really should. You really
I
should.
can't get into it every time I start it
so
because I've
good,
started it a
man.
few times, and every time I start, I just
It's so good.
what? I think Tommy muted himself. Hello?
Sorry, RJ came in.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay.
Question?
I have no idea
No,
what you're doing.
I love Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh,
I fucking love that game. I think there are a few games synonymous with the Switch where you kind of like have to at least try them. Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Mario Maker, and Smash.
Look, like
I think at least those 4. I'm at the point where I'd put Astral Chain on that list because that game is fucking phenomenal.
I need to play Astral Chain.
I will let you borrow it. That game is incredible. It is super fun, super unique.
I'm just here to say, right, when we have games like Astral Chain, like Breath of the Wild, like Super Mario Odyssey, and Pokemon is literally the highest grossing media franchise in the fucking world. And we are getting a game on the Switch, and we have games that look as phenomenal as Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild. Like, why does this game look so bad? It's a huge step up for Pokemon. It is a huge step up for Pokemon
Well, why does it have to be comparatively bad to all the other AAA titles?
Exactly. That's one thing that, and I mean, I can deal with it. I can deal with it because honestly, I've come to expect Pokemon to always fall short because Game Freak is frankly not the best at optimization and not the best at...
Not only does town look better...
Town looks more aesthetically pleasing, at least.
But the thing is, for me, is I'm gonna wait because we haven't seen, the whole area, the whole Pokemon area finally open, the whole fucking Space Chicken place.
Chicken?
Yes, the weird thing drawn on the side of the mountain.
That thing.
Yeah, that's been dubbed Space Chicken by a lot of people.
Beautiful.
But no, I want to see it when it comes out. Obviously, the early trailers, I've never expected to look as good as the final product, but they look like shit.
Like we've seen demos like within the past week that still show all the same problems.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, there have been some like graphical improvements, like the grass I think looks better. I mean, but the trees look just as shitty.
In your defense, I mean, we have heard nothing, but the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer that came out looked great. The original Breath of the Wild trailer during the Switch's launch and the Super Mario Odyssey trailer looked great when they came out.
They looked phenomenal.
And they looked very similar to the actual game. Especially fucking Zelda, which looks gorgeous. Yeah. So I'm kind of scared for the Pokemon. I like a lot of the designs in the game. I like the British influence that it takes. The whole fucking Industrial Revolution place.
Oh yeah, I'm actually really interested.
The British influence is really cool. I think it's a very, very
I've heard.
I love when they go to different locations and all of the different influences are really cool in every game.
When will we get a Rhode Island Pokemon? The whole region is just the entire state. It's just a whole bunch of nothing.
They could literally do that.
It's a
Our
whole bunch
state
of
is
nothing
like the size of New York City. So.
And some trees.
Yeah, guys, have you fought the Narragansett gym leader?
You gotta go to the Bronx and fight the Bronx gym.
That's not.
Who would be the
I know. It's a reference to another. It's a reference to another thing.
God.
Who would be the Smithfield gym leader?
Huh? No, it's not Tricky Conroy. It's actually a reference to
repeat that, Tommy?
Best Friends Play.
Okay. Is that Tommy? Repeat.
Who would be the Smithfield gym leader?
Oh shit!
Oh
fuck!
That's
Daniel
funny.
P. Kelly.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Please.
Daniel P. Kelly, the gym leader.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I really can't think of anyone else better for that.
Oh.
You're right. That's awfully bold of you to assume Smithfield would have a gym.
No, you know who wouldn't have a gym?
We would be one of those pointless in-between towns.
No, you know who that is? That's Situate.
Situate?
Exactly.
Look at them. I mean, they got the art festival.
Okay.
Wait, Situate's
and they got the water reservoir. I feel like Situate could have a water gym. They've got the water reservoir.
That is true.
Okay, but consider Newport's
Smithfield...
literally around by the ocean. So much.
They'd probably be the water gym.
It wouldn't it would not make sense for them not to be the water.
You're
gym.
right.
Smithfield has so many small places.
Smithfield is the bug type gym. Let's be real.
That's so insulting.
That's so. I hate that I feel that, and I agree with that.
I can kind of agree with that.
You go there and you just fuck it up and then you leave.
Wow. Damn.
There's no challenge because it's just like the first or second gym you go to.
Oh my god. It's the fucking Azalea Town.
Then what kind of gym is Providence?
God.
Providence? Probably fighting type.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Or maybe electric type. I don't know. It's a city.
Capital,
it's the city.
So I'd say, alright, it's the capital. I'd say either fighting steel or dragon. Just because the capital in Dragon is normally the end boss.
I don't know. Maybe for some reason Lumio City comes to my mind.
I feel because Providence is the capital.
And Nimbasa City.
If there was a Pokemon region based around Rhode Island just as a whole state, I feel like
Gym leader
Actually,
Gina
no,
Raimondo.
Providence would probably be the big central city, like with Lumio City and stuff.
I got the electric from it just because I just started thinking about cities in Pokemon games, and a lot of them a lot of big cities have electric types. I mean, Lumio City was like that, and Nimbasa City in Black and White, in oh man, just so many of them had electric type gyms. I mean, Sunny Shore in Platinum, that was an electric gym. Yeah, so I was just that's why I jumped to electric. But if you think that fighting, you know what? Yeah, I could see that. Dragon, Steel, I could see. Steel, I could definitely see.
Hang on, I forgot I had.
We've talked about Pokemon for half an hour now, so I'm gonna change the subject real quick because there's another game that's coming out that looks really fucking sexy, and I want to talk about it because I just pre-ordered it.
Is it Luigi's Mansion?
Well, that also looks awesome. We'll talk about that right after I mention this. Has anyone seen any gameplay for Jedi Fallen Order?
I'm not super excited for that.
You're not excited? Have you seen the new B-roll stuff that they released?
No. I've seen.
You should look at the new stuff. I'll send you a video later, but it's actually looking pretty sexy.
It makes it look a lot better.
Because my problem is, who made this? EA?
EA is the big company behind it, but Respawn, who made Apex Legends,
okay, I don't have a problem with Respawn, but I have a huge problem with EA.
There's no microtransactions in it.
Yeah, what is that, fucking Battle Pass?
There's zero.
Because that's their excuse with the new Call of Duty that just came out. No microtransactions, and they kind of tried to slip in Battle Pass under the radar.
There won't be any fucking microtransactions.
There's no online, and people have already played it, and all the stuff that can be unlocked, you can't pay for it. You have to unlock it.
Oh
yeah,
God,
the only
that's
thing
so
that really
fucking
locked
nice.
behind the wall was you have to pre-order to get the orange lightsaber blade, which I just did, but that's it. That's pretty much the only thing.
Okay,
Wait.
I gotta check this out because that's what I was afraid of, and I played. Oh God, what was it? Force Unleashed 1 and 2. They were fun games, but.
This is Ross. This is a lot better.
No, this looks way better though. So it did have my interest at one point, and I'm excited to know that EA is not purposefully fucking this game.
Are you saying
really
that EA
EA's
actually greenlit and let through a no frills attached single player Star Wars video game that is just a good Star Wars video game that is single player and has no bullshit in it, and EA greenlit it and it's coming out? That's an actual thing?
Well, they kind of need to do that because they have so many people against them for the microtransactions. If they don't fix something, they're gonna be fucked. Same thing with Activision.
Yeah.
Because Activision has thrown everything under the fucking bus.
Goddamn, I didn't I had heard slowly gradually yeah, this game's turning out it seemed like it's getting pretty good, they're not fucking it up, and I'm I'll wait until I see that. I mean, I personally don't have that much interest in Star Wars video games, but other than Lego Star Wars, because Lego Star Wars is a fucking bop.
Fucking love
Lego Star Wars is the fucking best. But
the complete collection.
Well, the older ones, Complete Saga is. I don't know about the newer ones yet.
I have the Complete Saga. On,
that's the only one that counts for me
now, which is great.
If you talk about Lego Star Wars, I will only think of the Complete Saga.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, the one that they did for the Clone Wars wasn't too bad. It had a lot of unique shit.
Really?
It's actually not done that badly.
Speaking of Star Wars,
big ass area battles where you capture circles and shit. And it was really fucking.
Tommy, speaking of Star Wars, have you seen the new trailer?
I think so. Eric, you showed that to me, right?
Oh, for the new one.
Yeah.
What do you think of them? What do you think of the new trailers?
I am at the point after 2 movies I don't consider to be good that I thought the trailers looked good for. I am not judging any part of this movie before I see it.
How are they breathing in space in the shot with all the Death Stars? Also, there was a Hammerhead class vehicle shoved in the background. Those ones just fly the ships and ram ships.
So my thing with this movie is I wish that I could just judge it the second I've seen it, but the 2 trailers they've put out are so fucking different from each other. I already have negative thoughts about this movie, which is sad. I don't want that, but Like the first trailer they
Ooh.
showed Rey like very conflicted, possibly dark side, and we had this whole like internal conflict. And then the new trailer was, everyone's come together, nice and tidy, and
So
everyone's
I
gonna
have-
fucking hug at the end, and that's gonna be it. Like it's all sweet. And
I have a
like,
theory
what the
about
fuck?
that. So my theory is that it's actually just it's two juxtaposition trailers.
But
So
My pro-
they put out two different trailers for two possible sides of movies to keep people guessing, and then based off the reaction of which gets better, they're gonna release that version of the movie.
I hate.
Oh, are you saying that they have two movies?
They better
Not
Are
that
you saying
hard.
they have two movies hiding
They-
under
they-
the
Listen,
better not,
it's a crazy idea, but it would explain why the two trailers are two extremely different.
Well, the thing is, I've seen
Well, they probably just like found enough out of context clips and just like did like enough editing magic to paint like the picture
'Cause
to
you
make
can-
them conflicting.
You can put shots in a movie's final cut specifically as trailer shots, and they do that. That is a thing that is done. And sometimes you will be watching a movie or you will be watching a show, and you'll be like, they did that just for the trailer, didn't they? That didn't contribute to the show at all.
Avengers like Endgame or fucking whatever spoilers. There's the whole thing with like how they showed the Hulk in all the trailers, but in the actual movie, the Hulk's not fucking there. Like they do that shit all the time. With the trailers like just straight up have shit that's not there.
Yeah.
Just to get like show a picture of the movie without actually giving anything away.
Yeah, I'd sooner believe that they just created deceptive trailers than believe that like they just put things in the trailers that aren't even in the movie, than believe that they have two movies and that they are gauging reception on the trailers on what they're putting into the movies. Just because that's so much effort for so much that to not be seen by.
But I don't like that.
Or maybe even like maybe just the ending. Maybe they just change the ending.
No, that's
Maybe
a
have
thing
two
that's
endings or
been
something?
done, where they'll show different endings in different showings, and there will be the movie with two endings. But I can't I've never seen a movie with trailers that stretch like total opposite sides of the spectrum like this, and the fact that both sides are going to be one possibly cohesive movie is fucking beyond me. Because that shit's you got one all the way to the left and
like
you got
a-
one all the way to the right.
It's like a huge thread of
Honestly,
like, how
I'm
will this movie
only
take-
just super excited for Palpatine.
That's gonna be fucking wild.
I don't understand
I
how
don't know how
the
they're
fuck
doing
that's
it,
gonna
but
work.
I want to see.
What?
I mean, like
A
to
lot-
be fair, there are so many things like because I haven't watched The Last Jedi, so I don't.
It's
I'm,
garbage.
I'm not totally caught
It's
up
pretty
on
trash.
It's not that
anything
bad.
that's happening.
It's pretty bad.
I,
But, like-
I like.
They wasted half the movie in the Casino Planet. That was garbage.
Okay, I will agree. The casino part was totally unnecessary.
And that was so long too. Way too long.
The second that I heard Palpatine was coming up, like just coming back, like through the grapevine, I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? How
Well,
the fuck does that even
Palpatine-
happen? What?
There's a lot of ways Palpatine comes back. He comes back as a clone, he comes back as a ghost, he comes back as a cyborg.
I think
Yeah.
I think it'll be
Or-
good.
Now,
The Star Wars
I really
universe
hope
is
we go
pretty
all
open.
of
You
the
can go
above
back to
with
like
this one.
7,000.
He's a
He comes
ghost clone
back as
cyborg.
In the
dark
force
side
of a
clone
clone
of himself.
cyborg.
And before it is actually Jar Jar Binks in disguise, and he was the Sith Lord
Okay,
behind
I
everything.
really hope they bring back Jar Jar, even if it's just for a passing
Sith
glance.
Lord
They won't do
Jar
that.
Jar.
What?
Fuck Jar Jar.
Sith
Okay,
Lord
they
Jar
just need
Jar.
to, like,
He was
show
evil
him.
the whole time. In before, Sith Lord Jar Jar is confirmed.
Listen, I'm like, there's so many Star Wars things where I'm just like, please don't fuck it up right now, like the game and the new movie. Because the
Yeah.
past two movies, I like The Force Awakens. I know most people like The Last Jedi more than The Force Awakens,
I found
which is fair.
I do actually.
Which is fair. Each movie definitely has their ups and downs.
I like The Last
And
Jedi more than Force
don't.
Awakens.
The problem I have.
This is coming from someone who's not a big Star Wars
The
fan.
problem I have with The Force Awakens, I mean, with both movies, Kylo Ren is way too much of a fucking baby.
He is a giant whiny piss baby.
I found that Force Awakens was just it played it
It's
like
fan
really
service.
really
It's way
safe.
too
It
fan
was
service.
really
Alright,
safe.
Okay, I'm glad that like you think that too, because that's why I don't like it. It's literally just like, hey, remember Star Wars? But like that as the whole movie.
It took episode 4,
Yeah.
just replaced the characters and said, here we go. Good enough.
Hey, remember Star Wars? Here's Star Wars. Hey, remember that thing from Star Wars? It's Star Wars, guys. And as someone who's not like a super Star Wars fan, it just feels like alienating. And like this movie was not meant for me.
But
Yeah.
I have to say, at least
Which like, I mean, like I'll give it to people who are big fans because like if I was a big fan, I'd fucking love that shit. So I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying like it's not for people who aren't pre-existing massive Star Wars fans.
I have to say, I think at least this time around the acting is pretty solid. The writing I think is pretty solid too, because if you go back and you watch the prequels,
yeah, acting definitely left a lot.
my boy,
the prequels.
listen, I will. If you see the words
it's coarse and rough.
if you
gets everywhere.
If you say the words Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen always comes to mind. But damn, his acting was garbage, and
Like,
so was his writing.
So from what I've heard, it's not even Hayden Christensen's fault. It was the direction was terrible.
Listen,
Just like he perceived like terrible, like shitty directions on what he was supposed to be doing in those scenes. And they didn't reshoot like anything.
I
apparently.
believe it, but like the final product, regardless of whose fault it was, is
it reflects
shit.
very poorly on Hayden Christensen.
And that's why you don't ever see him in anything.
Yeah, I mean the prequels like killed his career, regardless of whether or not he deserved it.
Listen, people hate on the prequels, but Star Wars Episode 3 is probably my favorite Star Wars. If not, it's very much up there.
Episode 3 is very easy to meme, and I love it for that.
Tommy, do you like Episode 3?
Hello.
I love Episode 3. Episode 3 is like my
very
second
fun.
favorite Star Wars movie.
It is very fun, but that was also like I have nostalgia tied to that movie. That was the first Star Wars movie I remember seeing in theaters because I was
First
just
movie I
Oh my
first
God.
Star Wars movie I ever saw. Period.
I was just old enough to go see that, and by that I mean I was like 5, and it was the first PG-13 Star Wars. Hell no, I wasn't old enough for that. But damn, that movie was fucking sick. In that movie, granted, like especially with the ending when they're on the lava and he's just like, oh god,
I loved you like a brother, Anakin.
You were my brother, Anakin.
Anakin
I loved you.
Anakin says something fucking stupid that like the acting on it is horrible, and the more I watch
you turned her against me.
the more I cringe at it, but like it's still like the whole fucking like 14-minute fucking lightsaber fight is epic. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Yeah. I mean, like
The General Grievous fight, the Count Dooku fight in the beginning, the Palpatine Yoda
Yeah,
fight.
all of them are super iconic no matter what.
The only like disappointing thing is that literally at those points where all those cool fucking fights happened, literally all of the script didn't give explicit directions for the fight. It literally said they fight. And it's just so sad because it's like those fights are so cool, but none of the choreography was like they didn't say like and then like stage directions and then the floor explodes and they fall and they're riding on a thing through lava. No, it says they fight.
That's sad.
And it's like, come on.
They did a lot of work
really?
at that. Really?
They did so much work on that.
Because my dad had
Did George even
my dad had the collector's set
Lucas.
for the prequels, and after the third one came out, it came with the behind the scenes. It was like a whole hour and a half, 2 hours of just Episode 3 behind the scenes, and I watched that.
Yeah.
And like they sunk hours and hours into that, and the amount of blood, sweat, and tears. And
the
they
fights,
fight.
that's the thing. Like the prequels. That's one thing that they like because the original trilogy was more focused on the space drama than on the actual like combat.
Action.
The combat was not the focus of the original trilogy.
No.
And I think that the story definitely benefited from that. The prequels is more focused on the spectacles, and I think that it was pretty fucking cool that we got to see the Jedi actually do fucking awesome shit. As opposed to being told, hey, the Jedi are cool. As opposed to like, the original trilogy was like the Jedi are cool and they're awesome and shit. And it's like, cool, can we see that? And the prequels was, hey, you get to see them do cool shit. The story might be a little bit lackluster, but you get to see them do cool shit.
Rip Qui-Gon.
Yeah, all the cool shit you wanted to see them do in the originals.
Yeah.
One thing I think too is a lot of people give Kylo Ren shit for his crossguard lightsaber, which I think
I don't give him shit for the crossguard. I give him shit for the fucking texture of the damn blade. I hate it.
Yes, I think the texture of the blade is garbage.
Yeah, I fucking hate that shit. It's garbage.
I remember when the crossguard was first shown, everyone was just like, "What the fuck is that? That's hideous." I think it's kind of cool, and it
Everybody
has
said it was pointless.
it
but
has
like,
so much use.
yeah,
which
I actually
which
think
he has
it's
shown
really
a
cool.
little bit of, but you have to go back and think, when the Phantom Menace came out and my boy Darth Maul whipped out the double-sided lightsaber, my dad, who's a huge Star Wars fan, he's just like, what the fuck is this? This is garbage. And he said a lot of people had that same opinion at first, but now
I thought it was fucking rad as hell.
but now a lot of people love the Darth Maul lightsaber, the double-sided one, and I think it just takes time for it to settle because it's not much, but it's still a break from the norm with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I think it takes a little bit
feels
to
like
get used to.
they're trying to be like, hey, look, this character's different.
Hello, fellow kids.
They don't just have a lightsaber. They have a lightsaber with this extra special thing, and it's like, well, fucking. Everybody, the whole established thing was that this is what a lightsaber is. You can't just be like, hey, here's this unique lightsaber. I'm an OC lightsaber. Original character, do not steal. But it's like then later it's like, no, yeah, that's just the fucking awesome badass lightsaber that character fucking has. Like, yeah. Meanwhile, Darth Maul fucking dies immediately.
What show is it? Is it Clone Wars or Rebels?
Does Darth Maul come back in
Yes.
Clone Wars? That's
Yes.
fucking cool.
Yeah, it is coming back.
That's
He comes-
fucking badass.
Darth Maul comes
Yeah,
back
him
in
and his
both
brother.
Clone Wars and Rebels.
He has a brother.
Yeah, it's
I
actually
didn't
so
watch
fucking
Clone Wars.
amazing.
I didn't watch enough. I watched like some of it.
I haven't
I didn't-
seen a
oh,
lot of it,
fuck.
but there have been a few nights where like Tommy and I have just sat down and watched clips of that. That shit is so fucking cool. Especially fucking
Goddamn.
like the fucking the black lightsaber fucking Palpatine doing some shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Palpatine Savage Darth Maul fight is one of my favorite fights in anything ever.
Yeah, that fight was ridiculous.
All right, so this is where I put down a big confession about Star Wars because, like, while I probably did watch like the Star Wars movies, I don't really like have a distinct memory of watching the Star Wars movies. And it's this point where I have to admit that a lot of my knowledge of the Star Wars like story itself, of like the like whole like complete saga, but like most of my memory is specifically from playing Lego Star Wars.
That's fine.
And learning the
Can't
story,
blame you, honestly.
which is one of those things where it's like yeah, I legitimately don't even remember if I saw if I've ever seen the full original trilogy. I don't even remember if I've seen episode 7 and 8.
Honestly, that's fine because the complete saga.
I remember seeing the ending of 8 with the Force Ghosts, but it was the new version where they had prequel Anakin.
That's episode 6.
That was episode 6?
Yes.
Fuck, I didn't realize that was episode 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Episode 6 is my favorite.
So the thing is with the
No, yes, that was the end. 6.
Yes,
Yeah,
the thing
I'm
was-
dumb. I said 8 because I'm dumb.
The thing
Six.
is with the complete
That's what I
saga, like the stories, like they don't go far off from the story. Like
Yeah.
obviously,
They just
with,
put in
with
the
you
jokes
being the
and stuff.
character, like you have to be, they got to change a little bit of it. They change a little bit of the writing, but like as far as like the events that happen, a lot of it is what happened.
We have another story.
Fucking love that game, Tommy. We need
so
to do
good.
our playthrough of that game.
I need to play that game again. If only it wasn't 2-player. If it was like more than 2-player, like that'd be fucking killer.
I'm so happy when I bought my Wii. I got it. I got it with it. Free Lego Star Wars. The
But like, why wouldn't you play it on Steam? Why would you play it on Wii?
I do own it on Steam. I owned it way before on Steam. I've had that game for a while. But the fact that I got it because my original experience with that game was on the Wii, so buying the Wii and then having that with it is just a nice little nostalgia trip. For me.
Can I
Oh,
make
man.
my own Star Wars confession?
Yeah, sure.
Most
Sure.
of what I know, I just know from the prequel meme subreddit.
Disappointed.
I haven't actually seen much of Star Wars. I haven't seen any prequel But I actively follow the prequel memes subreddit
They're good memes.
because they are.
They don't even
good
require
memes.
having seen
So
the
now
movie.
I know
good
all
memes.
the quotes.
Hello
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello there.
Atlas Star Wars confession.
General.
I know way too much about.
General
Yeah,
Kenobi.
All you do is watch Star Wars fucking like theories and shit.
I'm a walking
Expanded universe
encyclopedia of Star Wars. Have any question, I have the answer.
Who has the biggest schlong in all of the Star Wars canon?
Oh, easily Yoda.
That's factually correct.
Holy shit.
Body size to ratio? Oh, he easily has the biggest.
If the hentai is anything to go by, then Yoda is correct.
Oh my god.
Do you have any other further questions?
Yes. Which female has the biggest schlong?
I don't look at that kind of hentai usually, but if the hentai is anything to go by, probably Ayla Sakura.
I don't know who that is, but all right.
No, one of my favorite Star Wars characters, Kit Fisto.
Yes.
Fisto?
Yes.
What is that name?
Yeah, listen. Some of the side Star Wars characters have awful names, but literally his whole purpose in the Star Wars, in the movies at least, my man shows up along Mace Windu and two other guys to try and take down Palpatine. Literally gets murked in.
Oh yeah, he got murked for
3
sure.
seconds.
Okay, but he had awesome
Everyone
cool
that
shit.
wasn't Mace Windu within 3 seconds just
Oh yeah.
died.
Palpatine did a force scream, which actually stuns his enemies.
Yeah, they didn't. In the movies, you cannot tell what the fuck's going on and how Palpatine is just wrecking all these masters.
It's
But
actually
it's actually
force-
explained in the book.
It's a force scream which lowers basically your opponent's abilities to like perceive the
It
force.
lowers their reflexes.
Yeah,
their
more or
speed.
less.
That's hysterical. Because without that information, they look like they just suck.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
And that explains why his scream sounds so bizarre. I can't wait to share that fact with so many people. Do you know it's a forced scream and they don't actually suck that bad?
Force. Yeah, no, they don't actually suck that bad. Kid Fisto's actually dope as fuck.
Isn't he in Clone Wars?
Yeah, and he wrecks shop. He actually like pretty much defeats General Grievous.
Random
Yeah,
shit.
fucking. God, I really gotta. Yeah, that show's gonna be put on Disney Plus. Unfortunately, there's gonna be a lot of things on Disney Plus that I'm going to want to watch.
Yeah.
That'll be.
Is anybody actually getting it? Because I might. I don't know.
I might be getting
I
it.
don't know. It depends on the price because they're gonna put that and they're gonna put the new Obi-Wan show, which will have Ewan McGregor in it on Disney.
Like,
Fuck,
here's
you're
the
Yes.
right.
thing. How did
God,
we? How
I
did we
hate
talk?
Disney.
Hold on. How did we talk about the prequels without fucking kissing Ewan McGregor's feet? Because Ewan McGregor literally made
Legend.
the prequels. He is
Yes.
the best.
Hello there.
The best fucking Obi-Wan. Like, holy
He's
shit.
the only Obi-Wan.
The only Obi-Wan. Okay, well, the Clone Wars Obi-Wan is still really good. But, like, Ewan
Also,
McGregor is
well,
fucking
He's no
fantastic.
Ewan McGregor.
You're
Well,
right.
listen,
you're
there would
right.
be no Obi-Wan without Alec Guinness.
Is he the Clone Wars?
No, he's the original
Oh,
from
he's
episode 4.
Oh, yes.
So
You're right. You're right.
don't
you're
disres-
right.
don't res-
No
But
disrespect.
you're right.
Just
No
Ewan
disrespect,
McGregor-
but
just
Ewan McGregor
Obi-Wan
is
his
the
character
is the
Ewan
best.
McGregor.
Yes, he did, and he had way more screen time because he wasn't old
Yeah.
and dying.
That's true. Yeah.
But yes, Ewan McGregor is getting his own
Did I ever
Obi-Wan
tell you the
show
tale?
on Disney Plus,
Dark
and I'm
Plague is
pissed
next.
because I
Oh.
think I'm going to buy it
Let's
just
pull
so I
out.
can watch that show.
See,
I
I'm
forgot
gonna
that
do
was
what the,
Palpatine.
I'm gonna do what the
Did I ever
kids-
tell you about your father?
I'm gonna.
That was
I'm
the-
gonna,
that was
I'm
the
gonna,
thing.
I'm gonna
That
yar
was
har
what-
shiver me tea being a Zara to be. I'm not actually.
Pirate.
I don't care enough about Star Wars to figure out my way to do that. But I'll just look up the prequel memes clips because that's certainly gonna constitute a prequel meme, given that like in the Star Wars canon he's dead.
Yeah.
Oof.
The hell. Oh my god. Oh, you know, this was a very varied discussion. We went from Pokemon to Star Wars.
We went from milk to Pokemon
to Star Wars.
All right, now let's talk about Waluigi Mansion.
Yes.
I'm
We need
excited.
some Luigi.
Podcast going.
Yeah,
I mean,
Well,
so far,
Ghostbusters,
so far it's over
where you
now.
can use your fucking
we're
beam
about
to
an hour.
slam the ghosts into the ground.
Oh my god, yes. The fucking slam is great. I'm loving the slam. Like, I love that like you can destroy parts of the environment. It's like, where did this, like, you could just like take the ghost, slam him against the walls, and like shit will fall apart. And it's like, what? I love it. It's just like why? But I love it.
I'm pretty excited for this game without having played a previous Luigi's Mansion.
Which I do
Honestly,
recommend.
I don't think you really are gonna have to have played a previous Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, no,
Just
you don't have
both
to.
nights up.
You don't have to play a previous
I've
Luigi's Mansion to
I've
understand
seen
it.
people be selling Dark Moon pretty cheap, and I've always just thought about getting it. So I have played a Luigi's Mansion before,
It's
which
worth
I haven't.
trying.
I've
It's
seen it for
not
literally
great.
I've seen it for literally like $7-8.
Dark Moon is fun. It's not as good as the first one, and there's no way the Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to be so much better than it.
That game does look really good. I'm not interested in enough to cancel my Pokemon pre-order and pick that up, but
Yeah.
like because it's because it's not Mario and because it's not Zelda, I don't think the price is gonna stay up there super long. I don't think it's gonna stay at the $60 price.
Not, but we'll have to see.
I don't think it will.
Yeah, that's never a safe bet one way or another with Nintendo, in my opinion.
A lot of Nintendo games stay at like their $60 price tag for a really long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but most of them.
I wouldn't bet
know.
anyway.
Like Let's Go is still.
Yeah, I don't know how that goes.
Let's go.
Yeah, and Let's Go's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see other Luigi's Mansions still that expensive. like I said, I've seen Dark Moon super cheap. I've seen
Mansion 1 is a vastly superior game though.
what is that on?
GameCube.
GameCube.
Is it
Well,
on?
also
Is it?
3DS.
Is it on? Did they give?
They
give
didn't
it a Wii port?
they didn't give it a Wii port though.
There is a
Yeah.
Well,
3DS.
I mean, if
I mean, you have a Wii, right? Oh,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have GameCube.
I don't think the black.
Compatibility
I don't
though?
think the black Wii has the GameCube.
Does it have
support.
GameCube controller ports on it?
That's a good question.
It's on the top.
Because that would be
No,
on
I
the
know.
top of the Wii.
I think it does.
Because if it does, then I think it has GameCube compatibility.
I'm gonna look this up.
Definitely look it up because I have the feeling like it probably has GameCube compatibility. I know that there are later Wiis that don't have GameCube compatibility, which sucks. Like that's terrible. That's such a huge selling point for the Wii.
So it has to have the GameCube ports, which I think mine
Okay.
does have.
Okay, all
Because
right.
I know the black one is when they kind of cut them out.
Yeah.
But there are versions of the black one with GameCube ports. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that when I go home and check it, that they'll be there. Because I can't imagine the original Luigi's Mansion for GameCube online is still selling for fucking $60.
Yeah. It's a masterpiece. I mean, like, I don't know, like I mean, it's a very short game.
But
and,
it
like,
doesn't really matter when it's
but
that
it's like,
fucking
but it's like, yeah, no, it's such a quality game.
Actually, it is still selling for a good chunk.
Yeah, that I mean, it's like it's really become like a cult hit because I mean, when it came out, everybody was like, "Really, you're launching the GameCube with a Luigi game and not a Mario game,
Luigi
and it's
board?
not even a platformer. It's this weird ghost catching thing."
A Luigi board?
It was like such a black sheep for a while, and now like everybody's looking back at it and they're like, "This game is fucking dope."
Actually, why would I pay for this?
This
when
game
I
is
can
great.
When I can definitely, emulate that.
Yeah, no, like I mean, I have an ISO of it. I can hook you up. It's a great game.
But that's illegal.
I have a disc of it. I can let Rossi borrow the disc and the ISO of it, and then it's not.
There is recorded proof of your illegal activities. The terms of service enforcement are coming.
The tossers
Tossers
are
will
coming.
be there.
Shit, the tossers are coming for us.
Oh, it's over now. There is no escape.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go over to my shelf over here and just pick out my actual Luigi's Mansion box.
A Luigi
I'm sorry.
board?
I have it right here. Don't worry, officer. I've got it. I've got it with me. Here it is, and it's got the manual too. Don't worry. I'm like totally into this right now.
A
You know?
Luigi board?
Oh man.
Man, I forgot how small the GameCube discs were.
I mean, here we go.
Yeah,
Playing
they're
the
like
game.
fucking tiny as hell.
I envy you in your ability to still have like most of your probably to still have your GameCube games.
This manual is falling apart. Oh my god.
Because like as a kid, I was an idiot, and I don't have most of them anymore. In fact, I barely have any of my GameCube games.
So your boy never
Yeah.
had a GameCube game. I never had a GameCube.
Like I don't have my Luigi's Mansion anymore. I still have the manual for it. I just don't have the game itself.
Oof.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
don't have, my Mario Sunshine is scratched to shit.
Oof.
Most of them are either
I don't know.
destroyed or were sold to GameStop.
I don't know what happened, but our Mario Sunshine got sold like back to GameStop at some point, and I don't know when the hell that happened, but like I was so disappointed, and so I had to buy a new Mario Sunshine, and that was like during high school, and I played it on my YouTube channel, and it was a disaster. And Tommy knows
what
that.
What YouTube channel is that? You want to play it?
That was the Aquos Gaming YouTube channel, and it is a
Yes.
terrible Let's Play, and it is awful. And I think I was playing with like a very slight delay because that was just how it was at the time. I wasn't playing with a
Mario
delay.
Sunshine Let's Plays on YouTube.
But I wasn't playing a delay. I'm playing with a delay. I was playing without a delay, but I was extremely terrible. Oh right, that's the thing. I was playing with a shitty like third party GameCube controller where I couldn't fully depress my right trigger, so like I couldn't like actually make use of the mechanics of how the fucking water squirter works. Oof. Which was terrible. Like that was like actually really bad. But I mean, like in general, I was really shitty at the game, and it's really bad to look back on.
I gotta say,
oh my god,
I have games that I need to go back and get, because there was a point a few years ago where all my old consoles, I didn't really want them anymore, but I still had an attachment to some games, so I sold most of my collection online, and I'm trying to go back and I'm trying to rehunt it, and I see some of them in your collection. The two main ones being Super Mario Galaxy. I never played Super Mario Galaxy 2, even when I had my Wii the first time.
It's not as good as the first one, but it still has its place.
Yeah, Galaxy 2 has really good levels still, but like it feels less cohesive.
I liked Super Mario Galaxy. I didn't love it.
Galaxy's so good.
I also, being
yeah.
so much younger, I really didn't pay super attention to it, so I'd have a different perspective going into it. But the one Wii game I'm so desperate to get is Super Mario Sluggers.
It's fucking garbage!
I fucking loved that game.
Did you say it's garbage, Tommy?
Super Mario Sluggers is trash garbage!
It's not trash.
Yo,
It's great.
holy shit!
Listen, I wrecked...
Mario Superstar Baseball is the
Fight.
I wrecked shop at that game.
Dude,
It's very simple. There's like no detail to the game. The story mode fucking sucks. But I think it was just so fun. Just fucking motion control baseball with Mario characters being like 7 or 8.
I got that game for my birthday when I was
fucking trash.
What about
Mitch
Mario
brought it
Superstar Baseball for the GameCube?
And I fucking hated it.
Listen,
No.
okay, but what's your opinion on Super Mario Strikers?
Super Mario Strikers is awesome.
Mario Strikers is
I don't know about the one.
banger.
I don't know about the one.
It has a
Strikers.
unique style too.
Yeah, and I want them to either remake it or make a new one, because
they need to do something with Mario.
I had a fun time with Super Mario Strikers, but I liked Super Mario Sluggers more.
Wow, that's bold. I cannot say that. As much as I still like Super Mario Sluggers,
the thing
Mario
for me,
Strikers takes it.
The thing
man.
is for me,
like,
is I was way better at Super Mario Sluggers. I think my record for one inning was like 20 home runs.
My God.
I wrecked shop at that game. Especially being like 7 or 8, however old I was when I fucking had my Wii.
What I will say is,
I wasn't good at Super Mario Strikers, but I still had a fun time. But being able to like have a good team in Sluggers that I knew how to pick out to just cream anyone that came on my path and fucking wreck shop, I fucking love Super Mario Sluggers.
What I will say is that Sluggers was a totally like better realization of baseball on the Wii than, Wii Sports Baseball, which was still really fun. But, like, I'd rather play Mario Sluggers, like, by a long shot. That being said, we gotta play some Wii Sports. Like, real talk. Wii Sports is actually a fantastic fucking game.
Wii Sports is a quality game.
Like seriously, like,
I need Wii Sports again. I just have
it
Wii
was
Sports
just,
Resort.
It was just a tech demo, but it was such a fucking beautiful, like, fantastically, actually fun game. Like, holy shit. Like, my lord.
Even, like, the thing is, I don't even really care for it now. It's a minigame collection.
Yeah.
And it's 5
But it's a
minigames.
good minigame collection.
That's arguable.
Like,
Compared to the tech demo of 1-2 Switch, I'd say it's pretty fun.
seriously, it is
1-2 Switch is
better.
horrendous.
Yeah, 1-2 Switch is horrendous.
I gotta say,
Wii Sports Resort is pretty damn good.
That's
like,
what I have right now, and I get so sick of it so quick. I'd rather play Wii Play.
Wow. I mean,
Wii Play
well, no. Wii Play had one game that is phenomenal, and that's Tanks. Tanks
was so fun.
One?
Tanks is
The cow-
the cow one is okay.
The cow one was
Tanks
super
one
fun.
is the banger though.
Darts,
You
I believe.
play for the Tanks.
I believe Darts was in it.
I played.
I believe-
No,
Tanks.
I played it for the tanks.
I believe Skee Ball was in it.
There were like two versions of ski of like
There was a second type of Wii Party.
There were two versions of air hockey. That's what it was.
Yes,
it was,
the
like,
electronic one sucked. The one with the little lions on it, that was garbage. The actual air hockey, that game
And
think.
ping pong was terrible. It was
Yes,
like
that was garbage.
it was not
But
even a quality game.
Had fun
Oh,
with Wii Play probably more than I did Wii Sports because
that's really interesting.
because you can only do so much. Like the bowling, it does. I don't know. It has a different feel to it
I liked bowling.
because with Wii Play, there's a lot of bright colors and you have these cool environments. Like I know with the darts, like you're like actually in like a club or in a bar, and you're actually like the motion you do for the darts was kind of
Billiards actually in Wii Play was also good. Billiards was also good in
Yes,
Wii Play.
and
That actually
and
felt
I-
like it should have been in Wii Sports.
And the thing is, like, bowling alleys are boring. And so
I
as far as
enjoy
like
bowling.
Wii,
I still enjoy bowling.
so
though.
as far as like the
Like,
Wii
I don't
bowling
know.
goes, yeah, it wasn't bad, but like strike.
I liked really trying to nail down like how I was throwing it. I mean, like, and like, you know, like the real fun I feel came in when you started playing like the bonus modes, like the mode where there's like 100 fucking
100 pins
pins.
with the front
That's
one being
fun.
red.
That's really fun.
The-
and like home run derby, that's great.
The one-
like there was so much extra content in there.
The one I really liked was the boxing. I thought
boxing was really cool.
fun.
I mean, it was basically
Fuck
like,
the, oh,
hey,
by the way,
hey,
fuck the golf. On
Nah, the golf sucked. I agree with that.
yeah, fuck the golf. But the boxing
I'd
was
sooner
super
play
fun.
any Mario Golf game. Mario Golf is like pretty good. Like even Mario Golf for the 64, good game. Damn good game.
The thing I don't like that Nintendo's been doing with Mario is I didn't hear anyone ask for Mario Tennis Aces. But there's a huge group of people who want either strikers or sluggers to come back.
To
whether
be fair,
it's a
Mario
remake
Tennis
or a
Aces,
sequel.
like for what it was, yeah, it kind of fell short a little bit, but it was very fun. It was a good damn
But I've
good
never
Mario
heard
Sports
anyone ask for another Mario Tennis game.
Speaking of Mario Tennis Aces, Eric and I are playing it during this podcast
Yo,
for a period of time.
I want to play more of that game. Honestly, I feel like, I mean, especially with all the updates that they added, where they added like so many more fucking characters. Like,
Yeah.
If only
I
they
want- I
could
wanna
give
play
the
that
same
more.
love to, I don't know, Mario Party.
yeah, seriously.
Don't you?
I wish that they added, like, there's
Don't
so
you-
few boards in that fucking Mario
Yeah,
Party
don't you
game.
like how the Switch Lite you can't play Mario Party on unless you buy extra Joy-Cons?
That's so disappointing.
Yep, sucks to suck.
I mean, like, what have you? I wish that I wish Super Mario Party was better. I'm at least happy that it's a return to form, and I hope that they recognize that, okay, so people actually fucking like this type of Mario Party, and people will actually buy it. Let's make a more fully realized version of it, please.
I think
please, I want them to do
What
that.
they need to do with Mario
Like, fucking hell.
before anything, I want
gotta go.
Super Mario Odyssey 2.
Oh yeah,
I want
Yeah.
that for this.
I
not
either
this
want
current,
that or I want them to remake Sunshine, because that's on the docket.
I will take that. So I'll take Odyssey 2, a Sunshine remake or sequel. Same thing with Strikers and Sluggers, either a remake
Yes.
or a sequel.
Give me
But that's
more
gotta be-
strikers,
And the
please.
thing is, minimum next holiday season. It's way too late for them to
some of
announce
them.
it for
One of
this
those.
holiday season.
One of those.
Because
holiday,
their big thing
please.
is Pokemon, so we're probably not going to see Pokemon next year.
If we do, it'll
Wait,
be another Let's Go.
Pokemon releases mostly yearly because they do that, and it's
if
weird.
they listen,
So they'll probably do something, but it'll probably be smaller.
because there have been so many reports of the possibility of a Gen 4 remake. If they do my Gen 4 remake in the Let's Go style, I'm going to pre-order
I'll
every
cry.
copy I can from GameStop and burn it. That's such disrespect.
Oh my god.
I will not stand for that.
my
Gen
God.
4 is my favorite game, and I know its issues and how unbearably slow it is.
Yeah.
But
I want
Gen
them to
4
make it better. I
Gen
want them
4
to
was
fix
my
the
favorite.
problems
It
with
was
Gen 4 because I love Gen 4.
Gen 4 was my gym. Like I said, Piplup and Empoleon are my favorite Pokemon, and if they ruin it and
I
put it in
love
the
Gen
Let's Go
4's
fashion,
Pokemon. I love Gen 4's story.
I'm going to stab someone.
I need this remake.
I don't want Let's Go Piplup.
Yeah.
Let's Go Turtwig and Let's Go Chimchar. I want.
Yeah, whatever the fuck they would do in that case. Let's go Pachirisu and whatever. I don't fucking know.
I'd rather have Pokemon
Just
like Uncovered Diamond and like Super Clear like Pearl, like whatever the fuck they name it. That's what I want.
Yeah,
And-
fucking.
Or I'll even
God.
take just a Platinum remake. If they just do one of them for all I
Yes.
care. If they do just Platinum,
They
I'll
probably
take
won't.
that.
They probably wouldn't do that. In fact,
I doubt they would.
I'm expecting them to do something with the Delta episode to do the Giratina thing, or I would rather they.
The remakes they've done have been
Yeah, the remakes are probably going to have Giratina play a role.
because they did the Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Yeah, they didn't do the third game.
But the third game was for Suicune, and it's like that's like whatever. Like
that's true.
like the third game was like weird in Crystal because they didn't do a trio legendary for like the main legendary group, and then they had the trio that was the side thing. When it comes to the remakes for, I mean, you have to look at ORAS. I mean, ORAS was where they first did a remake of a game that had the trio legendaries, and they did a remake of the two, and then they had the post game be the third legendary story, and I think that they could do that sort of thing with Platinum, and they could include because they gotta put the Distortion World in these remakes. If they don't, then they're missing out.
The thing
I want a post game thing with Arceus though. I want Arceus to actually have a story thing. That's
that would be really nice.
Because Arceus is the literal god of Pokemon, and you're saying that he is relegated to a background single event story thing, and it's not even a story thing. It's just like hey, here's the Pokemon, fight the Pokemon, catch the Pokemon. It's like he's the fucking god of the Pokemon world. Do something with it, please.
Yeah, right? Like, you make the most epic fucking legendary, literally created all the other Pokemon, you just use them for that.
They don't have to do something, but I want them to do something with it really badly.
One thing I wish they did, an Emerald remake.
Well, that's interesting. I mean,
never gonna happen.
Emerald was really good.
Emerald was the Gen 3 game that I played. My brother had Sapphire, and I've played through Omega Sapphire or Alpha Sapphire, whichever fucking one. It's fun, but going through the first time and fucking the whole Rayquaza section, that was bad fucking ass.
Climbing up the fucking sky pillar and confronting Rayquaza, like that was really cool. That was cool as shit.
And Rayquaza,
Groudon and Kyogre fucking fighting, and Rayquaza coming the fuck down to give him the love for it. And I mean, on top of that, once that event happens, you can go and catch Rayquaza. Which he'll be level 70.
Yeah.
But you can go do it. And that's fucking awesome.
And the thing
You can throw everything at the wall and be like, I'm gonna fucking fight a level 70 Rayquaza now. And
like Rayquaza still is one of my favorite Pokemon. I love his design. I
have a plush of him sitting about a meter above my head.
What?
I have a plush Rayquaza sitting a meter above my head.
Fucking rad.
He's so cool, and I wish they did the Emerald remake. Obviously, I had such a good time with Alpha Sapphire. I thought it was a really good remake. I'm not gonna super complain because they didn't remake the version I wanted.
Yeah.
I just wish they did though.
Yeah.
Like if they decide to do just Diamond and Pearl, I'm picking up the Pearl remake. because that was the one I
Yeah.
originally played through. But if they make just platinum, I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about it. I still
Yeah.
got my game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those freaking things. I'm like, just give us a solid Gen 4 remake and include the content from Platinum, incorporate the Platinum content into it, please. And on top of that, I want to see some substantial like incorporation of like. Okay, here's a big thing, all right, because one of the big things about Gen 4 was that there were event Pokemon in the game in like special locations as the result of in-game events from event items, but like there were like Darkrai and Shaman and Arceus were in the game, and you unlocked them with special items, and it was these cool story events for each of them. Fucking don't take that out, for the love of God. If they don't include that, that is terrible, because those were the
Service like everybody.
the greatest Pokemon events. It was you don't just go to fucking Toys R Us, which doesn't exist anymore, but who cares? The point is that you don't just go to Toys R Us and fucking download the Pokemon. You go in the world and you actually find them in their habitat, and you get into a battle with them. That's the fucking. That was the shit. That was so fucking cool.
The thing I
loved that.
The thing I thought was funny is I was watching someone do the weird tile thing with I think it was Diamond, where if you
the glitch?
if you're on a bike, the tiles won't load.
Yeah, because you go too fast.
Yeah.
And
The Darkrai event is in those games.
Yes.
It can't be accessed without doing that.
Yeah.
Without the fucking weird tile glitch, but
Yeah.
like the fact
It's
that
in
it's
there.
in those games,
It's
unaccessible,
fucking cool.
and you can catch him.
Yeah.
It's not totally, just fucking like, hey, look at this. Like, it's totally usable and totally functional. They
Yeah.
never put the item in the game to go use it though,
Yeah.
which sucks. But
Yeah.
if I
They
ever
did it for Platinum. For Platinum, they
Yes.
did the Darkrai event and the Shaman event. They didn't do the Arceus event though. They opted not to, which is really, really irritating.
And I think
you can still do it with glitches though.
No,
And
what I think I'll do is, because I still have my Gen 4 copy at home, is like whenever I get the chance, I'll go through, I'll restart it, I'll do something fun with it, whether it's a Nuzlocke, Sleep Lock, or something fucking stupid.
get yourself an action replay and hack in those items, because it is honestly, it's such an experience to be like, all right, I have this key to this cottage in what was that port town called?
Don't even know.
Fuck, how do I not remember how that port? Whatever. Okay.
I don't remember it either.
But the point is that you could take that key and you can go there and you can go into this fucking house, and these ladies are like, oh yes, we've been expecting you. Please come sleep in this bed, and they coerce you and push you into this bed against your will, and then you wake up on a fucking island in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. And you go in and there's a fucking Darkrai.
Man, Pokemon was dark.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know that shit would never fly. Pokemon's very hand-holdy and
Well,
like how now like you
well,
don't,
hold on.
like you barely even have a rival. Like it's your friends and like your buddies. And you're
well,
just like, well, I got
to be
this
fair,
Pokemon.
they're in Sword and Shield, they are doing like there are 3 rivals. You
Don't
have
even
3
talk-
rivals in
Don't
Sword
even
and Shield.
talk to me about Team Yell.
Well, no, I'm not talking about
Yeah, you
about
better
Team
not.
Yell.
Fuck
There
Team Yell.
there are 3 rivals in that game. One of them is your friend rival, whatever. Like yeah, and you
The
pick
professor's cousin, the professor's cousin's daughter, uncle.
But one of them is like the child of like the chairman. It's like the chairman's daughter, and like the other one is like this asshole that was put up it's basically being paid by the chairman to keep anyone else from beating the chairman's daughter.
I just want.
It's
someone
like
to-
that's cool. I like that's one thing. While I don't like Team Yell's name, I like the conflict.
I just want.
of
I just
the
want someone.
story.
I want a team. Not a team. I want a rival to be an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. Like in the
I mean-
old games where they were like just
Smell you later. Gary was here. Ash
To be
is a loser.
to be fair, the close there is a close equivalent to that in Sword and Shield. It is that asshole that is just trying to keep everybody else that is basically hired to just fuck with people.
We'll get there when we get there.
And he believe me, he talks like
Are you talking
just
about
fuck you.
Tidion?
No. This is Gen 8, like Sword and Shield stuff.
Oh. You said like Sun and Moon.
Oh, did I say Sun and Moon?
I'm
dumb.
I didn't hear that.
I meant Sword and Shield. I mean in Sword and Shield, I don't remember the character's name, but he is literally an asshole rival. That's what he is.
I don't know. They need to change Team Yell though.
It's not going to be changed. It's going to be called Team Yell.
It's garbage.
That is a pretty trash name.
It is.
I
It's
like
a
the
shitty name.
I like the concept of it. How it seems like it's very like fan built team, like surrounding
and-
whatever her fucking face is. But like,
and the big thing is that it's like I like it because it's a team that like they were hired to do this.
but the
And it's like really, really neat. I think that's a really cool
Mercenary
concept.
team.
but the name, there's so much more to be decided.
Yeah,
like,
the
like,
name is really.
you give me
shitty.
the older
Yes.
games and like Team Magma, Team Plasma, Aqua, Skull, Rocket, like
Yeah,
they all
like,
pack a punch and they're all there.
Team Skull and the Ether Foundation. That shit was cool. Both of those names, like you got to think about them. Team Yell.
Like they all.
There's nothing to think about there.
And then, but the thing is, like all the
Yeah.
teams, like especially with Magma and Aqua, like they all had like their own reasons for doing things, and they wanted to do things their way because
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z reasons. Like Team Yell, like we really like this girl, we were paid to do this.
Well, yeah.
Like-
Granted, unfortunately, as of right now, the motivations are pretty obvious. It's like, yeah, the chairman just really wants to get his daughter to be the champion instead of literally anybody else, and is just trying to abuse the system. And I feel like we might end up getting like a twist in the way that Sun and Moon gave us like a bit of a twist, which we all kind of saw coming. The Ether Foundation was gonna be not good, but like, I mean, like, even still, it was still a twist, and I feel
tried.
like they tried, and like I feel like there is still a chance that maybe they are hiding something. Maybe it's not as clean cut. Maybe they will do a twist.
Yeah, I feel like Nintendo at least has some sort of...
I at least have that much faith in Game Freak that they will have a twist to the story, and that it won't be just plain and simple. The chairman is just trying to use his power to exploit the system and get his daughter into the position. I'm willing to bet that there was probably some other motivation to it.
I don't know. The game comes out. The new games come out very soon, though. I'm curious to see. It comes out November 15th. As of recording, it's October
Couple weeks
27th.
now.
So we're less than a month away. We're probably 2 weeks away.
Yeah, it's like
if that.
it's like
from-
crazy.
No, a little bit longer, but
Yeah, a little bit more than 2 weeks.
probably 2.5, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But we're down to less than a month. I can
Nuts.
guarantee that, and
Yeah.
I wish I had a reason to get the double pack because you get some cool shit with the double pack.
Yeah.
Obviously,
it's not worth the extra $60.
I'm not going to.
Certainly not.
It doesn't make sense. I think I am gonna because I have a pre-order through GameStop. I think I'm gonna cancel it and order it through the Pokemon Company's website because you get a keychain plush starter, just one of them.
Oh my god.
I don't think you get to pick though. As far as I know, I think it's random.
Wow, that's rough.
Choose your starter.
It's kind of
based on
annoying.
the one you get.
It is. Granted, I can't promise that it's random. I haven't gone all the way with that pre-order, but I think
Yeah.
it is. Because obviously, I'm going to want the starter. I already have my starter. I already know that when I go through it, I'm going to play as Sobble. I'm going to pick Sobble, and I'm going to go through that. Fuck Score Bunny.
I take offense to that.
I
I'm
fuck...
Score Bunny till I die.
Wait,
I
hold on. I
fu-
thought you were a Grookey. I thought you
No,
were a
that's
Grookey
Cage's
gang.
Grookey.
I fuck...
I'm
Wait,
Grookey.
you're
Yeah.
I fuck with Grookey. Not enough, though.
I just like the little rabbit soccer dude.
That's fair.
He's got the kicks.
I'm like, I'll take Score Bunny or I'll take Sobble. Either one seems fine to me. I'm like more partial to to Sobble, but I still like Score Bunny.
I don't like Score Bunny. I have my hand set on Sobble. If I ever do go back through and do a second playthrough, I will probably pick Grookey. Because dude's really cute. Sobble, I hate to say it, I've been a fan of water type starters, but my dude's ugly.
Sobble.
Yeah, my dude.
I mean, I guess
my dude's a sad looking Mudkip with
yeah.
some skinny ass arms.
He doesn't look like Mudkip.
We can have this argue again.
Mudkip's quadrupedal.
Listen,
And their faces are totally different.
that's like saying Vanillish or Vanillish, whatever doesn't look like an ice cream cone.
What what?
It's
What
like
the fuck are you
the
on
Pokemon
about?
that looks like an ice cream
They
cone?
do not look anything alike.
They look similar. I'm not saying they look identical. They look similar.
Ugh. I don't know,
Similar color.
I thought we had this argument already.
Yeah, we have had this argument already.
Yes, we have, and I still stand by my statement. But no, I've gone through. I've always picked the water starters, and I'm gonna stick with my tradition.
I think we should call it the podcast.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah. It's we've been going for a while. Yeah. Holy shit.
I'm
Yeah.
tired.
That's real. Oh god, this was a fucking treat, and I'm using that word partially intentionally because of when we were talking about the milk. This has been a treat.
Listen, I can't stand that word.
I'm looking forward to
Next
what?
year's opinionated podcast.
yeah.
No.
Apparently this is a yearly thing. Hopefully not. Hopefully we do this a little bit more.
Hopefully, my goal after the new Pokemon game comes out. Hopefully, once everyone has the time to play it, give or take like a month or two after.
Yeah.
Sit down
Those
and talk about
those
it again.
who like are planning on getting it right now. I mean, or getting it at release. I mean, like I'm still kind of not sure. I'm very much on the fence.
I'm probably definitely not getting it at release. Like, I'll wait at least a week, and then even if I don't like it, even after a week, I might just not get it and like just watch people play it. But
yeah, that's real. That's really real. For me, this is like such a hard decision because I'm like a huge fan of Pokemon, and and partially that's like one of the things that's like really holding me back, and it hurts. It hurts. I want to get these games, but I also don't want to get these games, and it's really like a conflict. And whatever, we'll find out. We'll find out if I cave, I guess, and we'll reconvene about this in a couple months, I guess. Maybe even live. We might even do it live. Who knows?
Ooh.
Everybody in person for during the holidays. Who knows? I think that'd be fucking rad.
that would be dope.
But yeah,
We could do the Secret Santa on camera.
fucking holy shit. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Yes.
we have to do the selections for
Yes,
Secret
yes.
Santa
We're
in
gonna
a few days.
we're gonna start doing November is when we're gonna do the divvying up for that. We're gonna have everybody's person selected.
It's funny because I checked my email like a few days ago and it's just like, get ready to do this again. And it's funny because I don't have to change anything. I just have to, because we're adding Ian in this year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, we can't add in Mitch because Mitch isn't gonna be here.
Yeah, Mitch would have to drive
Mitch
in.
isn't
from
around.
I
Yeah.
also don't know that dude.
And I don't know Mitch very well at all.
Yeah.
So
Obviously, we have to change.
Mitch is the new
Your
the
name
new person on the
Your
block.
name
so.
has changed within that time, so we
Right,
have to
yeah.
change that. But
Fuck, it's probably is it Katie in there?
yeah.
Yeah, that's really funny. I find it so funny that like, because sometimes I totally forget about it. That like, yeah.
That you changed your name about
I haven't even
times.
I haven't even been Tiffany for a year. It's very funny.
Well, this was a good episode of the Opinionated Podcast. Join us next week when we have different opinions about the Opinionated Podcast to opinionate on our opinions that were previously opinionated upon. Or we shall opinionate even more than opinioning you can, because once you start opinionating the opinions, then you just keep opinionating the opinions till you can't opinionate anymore.
Hell yeah.
But I didn't ask for your
What
opinion.
he said.
Thank you for watching the Opinionated Podcast. Please leave your opinion in the comment section below.
We won't read it.
If you have any ideas for things that we should debate, as always,
We won't read them.
You
We
can
will
also leave those in the
read
comments.
those, maybe.
Uh,
But if you have any opinions on this stuff we should make,
Maybe.
we're not gonna read those.
Yeah, no.
Thank you very much for
We take
listening
your
to our
suggestions. Fuck you.
TV Opinionated podcast. I've been Tiffany.
I'm dying inside.
Me
Tired
too!
as fuck.
I'm also tired as fuck.
I'm opinionated.
It is 12:44 in the morning. Thank you very
I'm
much
the
for
head
leaving
guy.
now. Bye.